Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's CISN Football Pregame Show, Week 6 edition. We are already in Week 6 here in Central Iowa. We got a packed show ahead of us, as always. We got highlights from last week's games. We got top 10 rankings. We got coach interviews and much, much more. All that and more coming up here on the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn. Our first highlights of the week. And Des Moines Roosevelt. J.J. Cole pass short to Evan Erlmeyer. Erlmeyer, just a sophomore for Ankeny. He scores the early touchdown. He'll be one to watch the next couple seasons for the Hawks. Later in the first quarter, Jason Williams runs over a defender and bumps into the end zone. Touchdown, Ankeny, 14-0 lead early. And then Ankeny kept pouring it on. Here's a catch and run by Evan Erlmeyer. Gets a great block upfield. Looks like he has a chance to break a couple more. Roosevelt's able to get around him and bring him down. Williams would score a couple plays later, give Ankeny a 21-0 lead. Later, Cole jukes back, makes a move, and JJ reaches for the goal line. The Iowa State recruit off to a hot start in this one. Ankeny on top, 28-0. Nice move there at the end of it. 28-0, 13 seconds to go in the second quarter. Dominic Wade throws a beautiful ball to Zion Spellman into the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Des Moines Roosevelt just before the half. Great momentum booster for the Rough Riders. Then later in the third quarter, how about this play? Peter Vandedeff, great move, jumps to the outside, 28-13. Roosevelt, or 28-12, Roosevelt trying to sneak back into this ball game. They get a stop. Ankeny would punt it back away. All momentum's on Roosevelt's side. And Peter Vandedeff touches the ball, and Ankeny hops back on top of it, killing the momentum for the Rough Riders. Huge mistake. Jacob Kruger and company were the one that hopped back on top of it. Then later, Jason Williams gets the carry, runs it up the middle, and scores. Roosevelt would score one more time, but could not quite put together a comeback. Ankeny hangs on and defeats Roosevelt, 35-18. Ankeny, Centennial, and Sioux City East. The Black Knights undefeated coming into this ball game. It's a Game of the Year candidate, that's for sure. Cole Ritchie, touchdown pass to Kellen Jacobson into the end zone. The big tight end gets the big play. Then later, a high kick here still early in the first. That one's fumbled. Sioux City East hops on top of it. They'd score 2 plays later. It's 13-0 early. Trenton Smith to his top man, Elijah Porter, makes a couple guys miss, and Porter uses his speed to score, make it 13-7 against Sioux City East. Then later, in the second quarter, 13-7, Elijah Porter again gets it to the outside, busts through a tackler and scores. Ankeny Centennial would take the lead, 14-13. Midway through the third, Ritchie, another screenplay, back to the other side to Brecken Shawshaw. And Shoshaw goes all the way, make it a Sioux City East 21-14 lead. Later, Trenton Smith checks down to Max Snyder. Snyder breaks the tackle, dives for the goal line, and scores it. We're knotted up at 21 apiece. A wild game at Ankeny Stadium in the rain. A little bit later, early in the fourth quarter, Ritchie back to throw, checks back down to his tight end, Shoshaw, and Shoshaw makes a couple guys move. And Shoshaw's putting on a show. Touchdown, Sioux City East, 21-28. Black Raiders on top. How about this play? Possibly play of the year. Trenton Smith breaks a tackle, lobs one downfield to Chase Shuddy, and makes a heck of a grab before he's tackled down at the 45-yard line. And then the very next play, Elijah Porter, handoff. Great blocking by the Chase Shuddy upfield, and Elijah Porter scores. They're tied at 28 apiece. Centennial would get the ball back and take it all the way down to the final minute. Inside the 5-yard line, Cale Weiner, with 1 minute to go, kicks it through the uprights. Centennial takes a 31-28 lead. Then on the ensuing drive, Sioux City East, Cole Ritchie throws down, broken up. Connor Welsh makes the play. Sioux City East drops to their first loss of the season. Centennial moves to 3-2. West Des Moines Valley taking on Marshalltown. Midway through the first quarter, Michael Provenza checks down short to Bryce Anderson. Number 88 scoots into the end zone, gives Valley a quick 7-0 lead over Marshalltown. Then a little bit later, midway through the second, a heck of a play. This will be one that'll go on our top 5 at the end of the year, possibly. This kick is blocked and scooped up by Isaiah Pinks. Gage Olson was the one that blocked it. Pinks gets a lucky bounce on it and scores it. A blocked field goal turned into a touchdown gives Valley the 14-0 lead. Early in the third quarter, Valley on top 14-0. Darius Mason, the big running back, moving his way to the left side of the field. Not enough speed to get in the end zone, but he gets down to the 5-yard line. He would score the very next play to give Valley a 21-0 lead. Mason up the middle, too hard to tackle. 21-0, Valley on top of Marshalltown. Marshalltown trying to get stuff going, just couldn't quite get it. How about this play? Dalen Houston, first down pass to Corey Smith, but he gets leveled by Surreal Fountain. How about that hit back over the middle? Heck of a play by Fountain and his defense, keeping Marshalltown on their toes. Marshalltown with another chance, 21-0, 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter. This is a run up the middle, nice bouncing by Tate Riang, and it's a touchdown for the Bobcats. 21-7, but that's about as close as they would get as Michael Provenza with a 28-7 lead, 9:47 to go in the fourth. Provenza, a QB draw, runs it up the middle, great blocking, untouched. Touchdown Valley, they would go on to win. 35-14 is your final score. Valley moves to 3-2 on the season. And those were our highlights from our 3 games this past week on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for your top 10 rankings, coach interviews, and much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the car guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn. I am Blake Walker. We got coach interviews up next for our 3 games this weekend. We're going to send you to those interviews right now. We're here with Sioux City North's coach Mitch Moore. Coach, good to have you on with us here this afternoon. You got a big game this week against Waukee. Let's talk about the last couple weeks. You're 3-2 on the season, coming off a tough loss to Ames, but your offense overall seems to be putting up pretty good yardage. Talk about your team overall this season. We don't get to see you a ton here around the Des Moines area.
Yeah, we have a pretty solid team here over in Sioux City. We love to run the football. We have a really inexperienced offensive line that we're still kind of getting our ears wet, kind of thing. Defensively, we're new. We're very multiple, new defensive coordinator, so getting used to those things. But we've had a lot of success offensively run the football. Defensively, been kind of hit with a few of the old injury bug the last couple of weeks. So some young players coming in and playing really well.
Talk about DeMarco Young. He's third in rushing in Class 5A. Talk about what he's meant to the team and the progression that you've seen from him week 1 to now.
Oh, he's done a great job. We do a lot of inside zone, outside zone type stuff. His patience was something that we were really working on from week 1 on, and that's been the difference. Sioux City East, we played them earlier. Great defensive line. He had a rough game, but after that, he's gotten just that much better. I think he's leading the state in 5A as well with touchdowns. So he finds a way in the end zone. He's added a whole different dimension to our offense.
What have been some of the things that you guys had set out goal-wise at the beginning of the season that you think you've gotten doing, or are there still a couple things you guys should improve on?
Yeah, we wanted to, continue off our last season's success. We were 6-3. That's a pretty good record here at Sioux City. So we wanted to, make sure we can repeat as that, improve upon that. The main goal is getting to the playoffs and, seeing where that takes us. That's been something we haven't done in quite a while. So that's still what we're aiming for now, with the game coming here against Waukee this week. It's something it's a big game for us.
What does it mean to play these big schools here in Des Moines, being all the way up from Sioux City, the challenge that it is to come down and play these type of teams?
It's exciting. We went to Johnson last year. They have, an outstanding stadium. It was just a great atmosphere for us to be in. This is our only true away game that we have this season. We play East and West. Those are away games for us in South Sioux. And so, we're excited. Our kids get to take a charter bus. This is sometime the furthest some of our kids will travel, maybe their whole lives kind of thing. So we're looking forward to it. Our kids are excited.
Talk about Waukee, your opponent, a little bit. They've scored 6 points in their last 3 games in terms of 6-6-6. Scored 31 against Roosevelt and only scored 7 against Ankeny. Young offense, young quarterback. Talk about how you guys are approaching the Warriors this week.
Obviously taking them very seriously. It's still a CIML school, Des Moines. We were lucky to get one from them last year. We're looking forward to being, the same thing this year. I love to run the football. Young guy at quarterback. I believe they got the Howe kid back. It looks like he's going to be playing running back for him. He's a great football player. He gave us quite a challenge last year. We just got to keep in front, tackle well. We've struggled tackling the last 2 weeks, so if we can continue to get better on our tackling, we should be okay.
Coach, what are the biggest keys for the rest of the season for you guys to make the playoffs? Like you said, what has got to improve? What do you want to see out of your team the next couple of weeks as we round out to the postseason?
It's kind of the self-inflicted wounds thing. With the young high school team, we love to do really good things and then set ourselves back 5 yards, kind of thing. Consistency comes with that. Like I said, a lot of players playing. We had a kid start linebacker last week with 1 day of practice under his belt. We had a kid get injured. He had to come in, fill that role. Did a great job. It's just kind of keep getting better each week. We continue to improve. We'll be successful.
Cool. We appreciate your time, Coach, and we wish you the best of luck against Waukee on Friday night.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Joining us now is the head coach of Waukee, Gabe Baker. And Coach, let's talk a little bit about this. I know probably at this point, not quite the record you want to have, but you guys had a close loss in the last ball game. Where do you see the progress of this team, and how would you grade it here now as you look at it right now?
Like you said, I think it's a little bit different record than we would want at this point in time. However, I think the growth of this team in the last 16 months has been remarkable. From where we were a year ago to now it has been a big leap for our kids, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think our kids have really embraced what we are doing. They trust each other and they fly around to the football. So that aspect in our special teams at certain times have really been a good thing for us.
I know we've talked before when you're putting together a team and trying to develop kids. This league, it doesn't leave you much room for error or things there. You have to be ready every week when you're playing here at this level, don't you?
Yes, we do. You look at our first 5 games and they're all against tough opponents that have good traditions and are coming along too. So I think our kids understand that when you play football in Central Iowa, you got to strap it up every week.
Coaching your son at quarterback, how's that going?
He's been kind of thrust in that position due to different circumstances, and he's done a good job. I think there's moments where his youth shows, but for the most part, he's taken a good leadership role at the team. The kids around him have embraced him, and it's been fun to be able to coach my son for the first time.
Yeah, because it's tough because I know, any other position on the team, we all know we've heard the chatter about quarterbacks in this state, but that's the one that always gets the spotlight when things go good or go bad, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, that's just the nature of the position, like you said, and he's taken the highs and taken the lows, and that's just part of the growing process for not only him, but this still young team that we have here at Waukee.
Well, let's the Sioux City North. It's kind of become a tradition here playing you guys, and do they still run that same kind of offense where it's kind of a little crazy, go after it?
Well, they're pretty fundamentally sound. They got a really good tailback. Their quarterback's back from a year ago. They know what they want to do against each team. They have good game plans, it looks like, on film, and we're going to have to be ready for them to have a good game plan against our defense and try to control the clock. That's what they did against us a year ago, and I can foresee that happening again with their offensive game plan.
Yeah, I know as an announcer, I have trouble sometimes knowing where the ball's going, and that's a key, isn't it? Keeping your eyes focused.
Yeah, yes, it is. You got to read your keys and stay committed to what your eyes are seeing, and trust what you've been coached. And I think our kids have had a good week of practice in doing that.
You guys, it's homecoming, right? And you get the home crowd. Does that help you some too?
Yes, it does. I think our kids feed off our student section and our fans. The homecoming week, for all the talk with coaches about not liking it, I really embrace it. I think it brings the whole community together. I think it lights a fire under our kids, and hopefully we can go out and play to our potential in front of those guys.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes out to talk with us about this game, and good luck to you on Friday night.
Hey, thank you very much. We're really looking forward to it.
Once again, we want to take a chance to thank all of the coaches that had a chance to sit down with us this week. We wish them all the best of luck tonight in their Friday night football endeavors. We're going to take a break, and we will be back to wrap up with our top 10 rankings and our games to watch. You are watching the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel, dent, and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Let's jump right into the top 10 rankings that were released just this week by the Des Moines Register. Coming in at number 1, Pleasant Valley. The Spartans remain number 1 out there on the eastern side of Iowa. I don't see that changing, but they do have a tough contest in 2 weeks against Iowa City High we'll be keeping an eye on. Dowling Catholic, number 2, continues to cruise. They've pitched 2 straight shutouts over Lincoln, Council Bluffs, Lincoln, and Iowa City High. Ankeny, number 3, taking care of business as usual against Des Moines Roosevelt. Southeast Polk, their schedule gets a little tricky. They get Linn-Mar this week and then Prairie down the road. Cedar Rapids Kennedy stays at number 5, pretty much the same throughout the number 5 position. Urbandale sitting in number 6, a sneaky good team. Cedar Rapids Prairie, number 7, they get a tough test against Southeast Polk in a couple weeks. Ankeny Centennial, number 8. After that win against Sioux City East, they jump into the top 10. Sioux City East falls behind the Jaguars at number 9. And how about Davenport West? 5-0 for the first time since 1987. They are looking good, but their schedule becomes very tough. We'll see if the Falcons can hang on to it in the next couple weeks. Those are your top 10 in the Class 5A rankings, courtesy of our friends at the Des Moines Register. Now it's time to take a look at the top 6 games we're looking at this week. Davenport West taking on Dubuque Senior. We just talked about the Falcons being 5-0. They will look to go to 6-0 against a Dubuque Senior team that just fell short last week. They are going to be a tough contest. It'll be one of those true games to see if Davenport West is legit. If not, they have a couple more big ones against Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Iowa City High as the season progresses. One game here on CISN, Ankeny taking on Valley. The Tigers, not quite the team that we've seen in previous years, but they beat Ankeny last year in the regular season, 38-35, in a thriller. Can they do it again at Ankeny Stadium? The Hawks look for a challenge against the Valley Tigers. Ankeny Centennial is taking on Urbandale. The Jaguars coming off a big win against Sioux City East. Urbandale, a little inconsistent, but could get a big win. Ankeny Centennial, some people think they could go undefeated the rest of the season and finish the season 7-2. We'll have to see how that one shapes out. Another one here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling taking on Johnston. You heard from Coach Wilson talking about the defense of Johnston. Can Dowling get over that hump? Can Dowling pitch another shutout? They've pitched 2 straight so far. Dowling and company look to move to 6-1 on the or 5-1 on the season. Another one of our final games that we're doing here on CISN tonight, Waukee, their homecoming against Sioux City North. The Stars come down from the Sioux City area to take on a 1-4 Waukee team looking to get in rhythm and grab their second win of the season. And then a sneaky good game. How about Des Moines North? 4-1 on the season, trying to move to 5-1 on the season. Des Moines North could get a 5-1 Ankeny and a 5-1 Des Moines North next week. Roosevelt always a tough out. And with Aaron Gonkarian, the number 1 running back in Class 5A for Des Moines North, the Polar Bears will be a tough out. And that will wrap it up for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show, Week 6 edition, brought to you by Iowa Corn. Once again, I'm your host, Blake Walker. We're going to send it down to Waukee Stadium, where Dar Danielson has the call for Waukee and Sioux City North. Thank you, everyone, for watching the CISN Football Pregame Show. Have a good weekend, everyone, and enjoy your Friday night football.
Good evening and welcome to Waukee High School. The Warrior Regiment on the field here tonight as we get ready for homecoming. Waukee hosting Sioux City North tonight in what should be a pretty good matchup here. Dar Danielson alongside Blake Walker, and Waukee started out last year, they lost their first 3 games, and were able to get a string of wins together. But this year they've come a little tougher and come into this one with just 1 win. Sioux City North coming in with 3 wins, but it's all been in competition in their area, so it always raises that question, after you got Waukee playing Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial and Valley, at Johnston, you wonder how will they match up then, because of you got this where you really have to throw the record out.
Yeah, Sioux City North, talking with Coach Mitch Moore this week. This week is to figure out, are you legit or not? This Sioux City North team has aspirations to the playoffs for good reasons. They lost now this season to Sioux City East and Ames, 2 very possible playoff teams. So you got to win these games, and you can be a borderline 7-2 team when you get to week 9 and week 10 and see if you get a playoff spot. Sioux City North has one of the best running backs in the state of Iowa, DeMarco Young, currently 3rd in Class 5A in terms of rushing, 677 yards. But Waukee's tough. They're young, but they're getting better. And we saw that with the basketball team. Young, but got better as the season went on.
And for them, certainly, if they want to get into playoffs, you got to have this one. Every game is kind of a must-win for them here on out, being 1-4 right now.
And we've seen teams get to the playoffs at 4-5. We saw Johnston get to the playoffs at 4-5. So, yes, very possible for Waukee still to make it, but it starts tonight. Got to win tonight. Past 3 games, you've only put up 6 points in each of those 3 games. Offense has to show up better, but showed flashes against Johnston last week.
And you mentioned it, a young quarterback, the freshman, the coach's son. I asked him in the pregame what that's like. He said, it's been pretty good. He has had to step up into a spot where, normally you don't want a freshman out there starting. And then for North, Carson Strobing, his dad's a coach. He coaches the indoor arena football league team over there in Sioux City. So both these kids, and we see that so often, the coach's kid ends up being, a good athlete out there. So that's going to be an interesting matchup here tonight.
Yeah, and I think with Baker, the biggest thing that you can realize with that, he's just a freshman. I mean, Waukee will have a very good quarterback next year, junior year, especially senior year. So something to keep an eye on with Beckett and his dad here. But, yeah, I'm excited to see how this one plays out. I think Sioux City North, obviously on paper, is the better team. But like you said, schedule hasn't been favorable. Waukee's been through a pretty tough gauntlet.
And defensively, it's kind of the thing for Waukee where their offense hasn't been scoring a lot, but the defense really hasn't had a big blowout where they really let things get out of hand. So the defense is pretty good. You just need a little more help on the offensive side there from the young offense.
Yeah, he only gave up 10 points to Johnston, and Johnston's a pretty good team, and scored 6 against Johnston. Johnston's one of the best defenses in Class 5A. So Sioux City North, same thing. They got a safety this year against Sioux City East. That was their only point. But one thing that, everybody will be talking about, Sioux City North played Ames last week. Ames quarterback Dallas Salzer threw for the state record, 590 yards. That's a state record for most passing yards in a single 11-man game. Just something to think about. Maybe Waukee will want to go the air tonight.
Johnston overplaying Dowling.
Yeah.
And I talked with Coach Woodley there, and, he was saying that, well, we played okay, but, too many mistakes yet, and then we really got to step it up against Dowling. And, of course, Dowling will be the season ender here for Waukee. So that's an interesting matchup. Valley, who we've seen a few times, they're taking on Ankeny, and they played well at times, but haven't been able to finish some drives. So there's some good matchups out there tonight.
If Ankeny's not careful, Ankeny will get beat. And we saw that last year. Valley was much different last year, but Valley beat Ankeny in the regular season. Valley looked good against Marshalltown. Now, granted, it was Marshalltown, but Valley's starting to get better. One missed throw from beating Urbandale, so, it's right there. I think that could be a good game over there. This is where it gets interesting. RPI starts picking up. We start thinking playoffs.
Well, the fans are out in purple. It's homecoming here at Waukee tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back with more on our pregame show after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Here at Waukee, you see them lining up out on the field, getting ready to usher the team on here tonight. It looks like they got some choppers down there, too.
Yeah, got the nice motorcycles out. Always a nice pregame entrance.
Those are the electric kind,
Yeah.
though. They aren't the real one.
They won't tear up the turf.
Back, I don't know if they still do this. Haven't been a Barnstormers game in a while, but the Barnstormers used to have a guy come out on the chopper at the old vet, and he'd spun around and he had one of the Hooters girls on the back, and everybody always waited because then he'd take off and she'd almost fling off the back of that thing. But here come the Warriors onto the field here tonight as Sioux City, the North Stars, waiting patiently on the far side, and their crowd, as you might expect, not quite as big as the homecoming crowd here tonight for Waukee, but hi to all the Sioux City North fans. Watch it here tonight, to watch us on the stream. And let's talk a little bit about a couple of the keys for each of these teams here tonight, Blake.
I think for Waukee, or for Sioux City North, don't turn the ball over. Mitch Moore talked about that when he was talking to me this week. Turnovers are what killed them in that game against Ames and what's killed them against Sioux City East. If they don't turn the ball over, significantly better chances of winning the game because you have a very talented offense, an offense that can put up points. Scored 28 last week and lost to Ames, so they're very good. Waukee established the passing game. Get Beckett Baker in the move and get him to move around the pocket, make decisions downfield. He's got talented backs. If you can do that, you should be all right. I think this is going to be a great game. I'd be surprised if Waukee doesn't put a little bit tougher of a fight here against the Stars.
Yeah, now Eddie, he's just a junior, but I remember him having to come in a few times as a freshman because of injuries, and he acquitted himself well. So the captains are heading out here as we'll get the ceremonial coin toss and see who's going to go. The wind, not really a factor here tonight. Just a light wind, barely rustling the flags there on the north end of the end zone. So that should not play a factor. And a beautiful night in September as we see September come to an end, and looks like Waukee will receive, win the toss and will receive. So that sent a message right away. You're going to take the ball.
Yeah, you want the ball. You want to start it early. Your offense has sputtered the last couple of weeks, 18 points total in the last 3 weeks. Your only wins over Roosevelt where you put up 31 and then you put up 7 against Ankeny. So there's flashes. Waukee has shown a lot of flashes. We get to see the star defense up first.
Yeah, you talk about it. You got Lucas Strzok, Peyton Betts, Charlie Cross, Oliver McClurg. You got a lot of receivers there. You got the big offensive line. So what you want to do is control that clock and wind it down a little bit here against Sioux City. Keep it out of the hands of that offense.
Which, when I called the Ankeny Centennial Waukee game, that's what Waukee wanted to do, and Centennial sped the game up, got out of Waukee's reach. But that's what Coach Baker and his team like to do. Just keep everything right in front of you. Wait this clock down. You don't have to rush.
So getting set to kick it off here is Sioux City North.
Another big thing tonight, Dar, you and I talked about in the pregame. Depth is the biggest thing. That Sioux City North sideline is not very big. Waukee has quite a bit more players on both sides of the ball. Something to keep an eye out as we move on throughout the night.
Yeah, not a lot of depth. And Soldati will kick it off. And he's going to boom a squibber that's fumbled at the 30 but picked up by the up man. And he'll get up across the 35 to about the 37.
That's their senior running back, Blake Hawk, able to hop on top of that. He played quarterback a little bit last year for Waukee before moving over to a running back position. Nice little squib kick. Waukee understood that kick wasn't going to go very far. They moved everybody up on the line. Good anticipation there by Waukee. Great starting field position.
So they'll bring him out. The guys up front, Will Stobie, Logan Lofthouse, Jimmy Ware, Henry Tomlinson, David Songvase, and it'll be Beckett Baker, the freshman. Running back Niall Eddy. Baker will keep it himself and runs up into a hole and gets a couple. Well, I guess he didn't get as far as I thought. He gets back to, well, they're going to make it a long one.
I like
the run.
I like the play call. Nice little read option play. Baker's able to keep it. Good vision by him. Obviously, not every read option is going to get you a gain of about 9. Good defensive shift by Sioux City North.
Baker in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 wide left. They send 1 in motion. Allig, he fakes it to him, swings it out to the right side, and up the sideline is the tight end. Off the catch there.
It's a nice catch upfield. Charlie Cross, his 9th catch of the year, had 78 yards coming into tonight. Still looking for that first touchdown, but he comes out of the backfield a couple times, and that's a really nice play by Waukee to get upfield.
So up to the 50. And hands it off right up the middle this time, and nothing doing there as that front line of Sioux City North is right there. Micah Turner, Kellum Doyle, Ethan Dolan up front, Brandon McLean, Zach Hesse, Jacob Kyle, Tyler Tran, DeMarco Young, Luke Soldati, Dayton Harrell, and Henry Jarger.
Yeah, another read option. That time Eddie was the one to keep it. Probably not the best decision.
And now lobs it over in the middle. I don't know exactly who he was looking for there. If he thought that,
I think the route was wrong. Beckett Baker turned to the sideline, immediately tapped his chest and said, "My bad." So miscommunication there on whatever that play was.
I think he thought that tight end was going to go to the post and go in the middle there, but because he looked over the middle, but nobody there. So incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 11 at the 49. Man in motion. Now rolling left. Throws it deep, has a man out there. Can he get to it? He does, and can't hang on.
Man, I tell you what, it was a beautiful throw by Beckett Baker. If you're going to make a play, that's the play you have to make. I think that was Lucas Struck was the intended receiver, just in and out of the hands.
And if he catches that, good chance he takes it in. To see the punter coming out here. Hurlbert. Now he'll run. He's going to throw it upfield wide open. Has a man for the first down. There's a flag down, and that might be a targeting call.
We're going to get 2 late flags in. 2 late flags come in late. Great call by Waukee, but I think we're going to get an ineligible man downfield for Waukee.
That? Okay. Yep, you're right. I thought he called it. Looked like the defender came in a little bit with a helmet, but
so back it up.
Say ineligible downfield, so that wipes that off.
I tell you what, Drew Hurlbert, I thought he was going to run it because he had enough room to run it.
Yeah, he did. He could have probably picked it up with that.
Sure enough, he had a guy downfield. I like the call early. You're 1-4. You're looking for a big win here at home on homecoming. Why not make a play like that?
And these are not my favorite jerseys. I have trouble seeing those purple numbers against the – so back to kick again, Hurlbert. This time he moves to his left and boots it left. And that one's going to bounce and get a good roll for Waukee. Down to the 10. So let's see. 54, that'd be a 46-yard punt, right?
Get to see a Sioux City North offense. DeMarco Young, just a junior, 677 yards, 11 touchdowns, 90 carries. That ranks him 3rd in Class 5A among the running backs.
Strobing brings him out with Young in the backfield, 2 receivers left. And they got a receiver jumping right away, Soldati. He took off down the field.
It's tough on the road It's the first true road game for Sioux City North this year that they've had to go pretty far away. They took a charter bus down here. Tough environment on the road.
And now, is he in the end zone or did he? Nope, they're going to say he was out and got pushed back. So a loss on the run.
And that's DeMarco Young, just couldn't quite get out. Good pressure by Waukee in the backfield. Just like that, Sioux City North has a 2nd and 19 from the 1-yard line.
So even the offensive line in their feet in the end zone here. They're going to hand it off, run it straight up, and they'll get a couple yards, just get a little room up there. DeMarco Young picks up 1.
There's a good tackle in the backfield by number 31 for Waukee. That's Colin Driscoll, 6'1", 185 senior. Big 3rd and long for Sioux City North here. And this is already not great room when it comes to punting, so.
We'll see if they throw it or they just hand it off and play it safe here. And now a flag down. He's pointing at that outside receiver. I think he jumped.
I don't know if it's the sound. The student section's all the way over here on this near left side of the field, so it can't be sound. It's just big miscommunication by the
Or
Stars.
you're saying there's their first road game, right?
True.
It might be just little nerves of being on the road and things are a little different. Strobene comes up. Hands it off. Got some room on the outside. Cuts it through, breaks around, spins up. And he breaks a tackle. He's got a first down over there, but it gets a lot of room for them to punt.
Marco Young just so fast. I mean, just immediately jumps out of the pocket and immediately gets downfield. He's so quick. Good job by Waukee to be able to wrap him back down.
Bring up a 4th and 18. And North Stars will punt. Both these kickers have that running kick it style, and right at the 45 he's met and will be spun back. And brought down right away.
Yeah, surprise Caden Ivory didn't call for the time or call for the fair catch, but great field position for Waukee inside the 50. And I saw a lot off that first offensive drive. This Waukee team looks a little bit different here on offense this week. Excited to see what they do for this second drive here.
They'll bring him back out now.
Oh, there's a flag.
Oh.
I did not see that flag.
I didn't either. I didn't see the flag either.
I'm going to assume it's going to be blocking the back, so that's a 15-yard penalty. So check that. Waukee will be starting at the 39-yard line. I assume it was blocking the back.
Okay. Well, Beckett Baker brings them out here for their second series. They'd picked up a first down on a fake punt, but they had a man downfield on 4th down. Now they hand it off inside. Eddie runs in there.
If you establish a good running game early, I think Waukee's just going to be just fine. They've been trying a couple of those read options. That time they just gave Eddie the ball and let him run with it. It'll eventually work. Waukee will start winning in the trenches.
Get those defensive backs to suck up a little bit on the run and then go out. They got trips to the left now. One right. They'll swing it out in the flat. Looking for room to turn the corner. Does, and gets out of bounds on the far side there. Ally on the catch.
That was terrific blocking upfield on that left side by Waukee. Both wide receivers held their blocks. Gives the wide receiver just enough time to get around the edge and grab a first down. That's Tariq Ally who's able to make the play.
First 10 at the 50. For Waukee. Looking to get into Sioux City territory.
Big blitz.
Hand off to Eddie. He stumbles through. Now breaks through on the far side and just keeps going. And crosses over down to the 42-yard line to pick up of 8.
Well, when I was talking to Coach Moore this week, tackling was a huge problem for Sioux City North against Ames. And that right there proved it again. The tackling was not great. The Stars got to figure that out. Waukee looking good on offense here early.
So it brings up a 3rd and short for him here. 3rd and 3 at the 43 for Waukee. Their second drive. Hand off to Eddie. He cuts it outside. Turns the corner and is ripped down before he can break free. And that was Luke Soldati on the tackle over there.
That was great. Gamble got a nice push off the left side, able to work it back. Again, a couple tackling problems here for Sioux City North. Waukee taking advantage here early.
Right, that was Gamble in for Eddie. Now trips to the right. One to the left. Drop back, rolling. Looking. Now throws it. Going down. Did he make the catch?
I believe he did. Wow. Heck of a grab by Charlie Cross.
Yep. One of the tight ends makes it going down. And we'll see the replay here. Beckett rolling right, rolling. He was really patient till he came open there, and then boom.
Great adjustment by Charlie Cross to come back and get the ball. Waukee's in business inside the 15.
And if you throw it late and you throw it low, then you don't risk interception. They don't like you to throw it late a lot of times because you're just winging it down there high, but he threw that low and his tight end went and got it. Now fakes it. This time he'll roll around the right side and almost broke the tackle there, but he was brought down by Soldati.
The running game in the backfield is confusing the Stars linebackers. They don't know which way the ball is going. If you got Gamble back there and you got Eddie and you got Baker and they can all run the ball, Sioux City North's having a really hard time figuring out who gets the ball out of the backfield.
So now they bring Eddie back in and they're going to go with a full set backfield here with backs bracketing Baker on each side and then Eddie back there. He'll follow his blockers, look for room, and they're going to find anything. All he saw was a white shirt diving in there.
Good pressure on the right side by Sioux City North, expecting the run. I feel like Waukee's going to have to throw this thing. Linebackers are not going to let much get past them here inside the red zone.
So 3rd down and 8 at the 12. So they can get a first down. They get down to the 4. That full house set again. Fakes it, rolls. Got a man out there, and he caught it. He wasn't going to have the first down anyway.
How you get an interesting call? Looks like they're going to kick it here. Got to take your points.
Bring Bartachek on.
It's 5 for 6 on the year in extra PATs, but
What's his long?
5 of 9. His longest is 51.
So this will be about a 26-yarder. It is up.
There's a flag on the field.
And
they're going to bump him back.
Procedure. So they'll bring that back. I was waiting on them to raise their hands, and then you look down, there's a flag.
Yeah, Bartachek's a good kicker. I think, if anything, this maybe helps him that it's backed up just a little bit more.
So this one will be a 26-yarder, and plenty of leg there. It's up, and it's good, and Waukee takes the lead here with 3:38 to play in the first quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Bartachek to kick it off here after hitting the field goal. Taken back and fumbled, muffed at the 4, now looking for room, and snowed under. And just exactly the type of mistake that Sioux City North did not need. You're starting back there deep again.
There is a not great injury, either a cramp or something all the way here on the goal line here for Waukee. I believe that's number 27, if I'm not mistaken, Sean Kamara. Looks like he's down with an injury.
So first and 10 at the 6.
Not a great start for Sioux City North. This is now 2 straight drives. You're going to be backed up inside your own 5.
And last time down there, they jumped off sides a couple times and got it way back to where it was about the 1. Well, they're working on that player. Should we take another break? We'll do that. Come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Sioux City North, first and 10 at the 6, dropping back, looking, rolling out of trouble, throwing it out there, incomplete. So not afraid to pass back there in their own end zone.
Good coverage downfield by Waukee. Forces the quarterback Strobin to just kind of roll out, work his way out of the pocket. But yeah, gotta keep your head on a swivel, which he did.
And looked like there might have been a little room to run, but so second down here. This time he'll hand it off right into the left side there. They're going to get a little yardage out of that. And
it's amazing. DeMarco Young, 5'7", 165 pounds, and he's the 3rd best runner in the state in Class 5A.
Well, sometimes that low center of gravity, it makes it hard to tackle him. So a big third down here, 3rd and 7, dropping back, trying to wing it out there to Young. He's got some blocker. Oh, and he just tripped as he was trying to turn.
I like the screen play call, but yeah, just slipped, and then Waukee was there to get off their tackles. Good blocking upfield by Sioux City North, but good pressure by the Warriors up front, forcing another punt deep in their own territory.
Because it looked like there that he might have some room at least to get out toward a first down. Waukee drops 2 back. Here's the snap. And good high kick. And it's going to bounce and take a Sioux City North roll toward the 50, across the 50. And ends up being a 43-yard punt with the roll. About 10 of that was roll.
Yeah, that wasn't the best punt. Got a very lucky bounce. The guy who was returning it thought he got ran into, but he never called fair catch. If he would have called a fair catch, yes, he did get hit.
Yeah, and then the ball was over a little bit. Yeah. I think he was just trying to draw a penalty there, but.
And actually, there was. I think they're going to say it was hit by Sioux City North before it bounced, so they're going to move this thing up. So they're going to say Sioux City North touched it at the 37-yard line.
Okay, well that changes things because that makes it a 28-yard punt. So first and 10 at the 37 with 2:05 to play in the first quarter here for Waukee. Sends a man in motion, fakes it, keeps it on the pitch option there, and cuts up and ends up making 1 out of nothing.
Tackling continues to be a struggle here for Sioux City North. Could have been a loss of 3, ended up being a loss of 0.
Niall Eddy, he just kept his head down and picked up a yard when Looked like, yeah, they had him a loss of 7 or 8 maybe. So now Baker talking to Eddie, and they look to the sideline. They send trips to the left, one to the right. Drop straight back, wings it out there to the tight end, or the split man out there is Peyton Betts.
I like that setup on a short-sided field. Nice job by Betts to get upfield. Blocking just didn't hold good enough, but I come back to that play.
He didn't quite get the alley there as Sioux City North responded well to it. And
it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I feel like this is go for it, 4th down territory if you're Waukee.
Yeah, they've really held Sioux City so far, so this might be, you're right, it might be 4 down territory. High snap, hands it off late, and he's dancing around, almost breaks through, still going and is pulling the plow all the way down to the 9-yard line.
I tell you what, Niall Eddy keeps his head down and just kept on moving. It was a nice misdirection play. Sioux City North didn't know what to do.
Here's the replay. See there, he got him, and then he's got 2 guys around him, and then finally trying to get him down there is he's still Braden McLean finally got him down, so it's 1st and 10 at the 10 here. And they got 2 players in motion.
Yeah, I was
going
to say they
came off and
got very lucky. You'll take that.
Speaking of indoor football, that was it right there.
I was going to say, you got 2 guys moving in motion. They'll gladly take the 5-yard loss instead of an 8-yard loss on a fumble.
So that is like the 4th motion penalty here on Waukee in this first half.
1st down.
That backs him up significantly, though. It's not pretty. End of the quarter here.
End of the quarter, it's winded down. So at the end of 1, Waukee 3, Sioux City North nothing. Back with the start of the 2nd quarter. After this on CISN.TV.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Back here at Waukee after the penalty, he moves them back to 1st and 15. It'll be 1st and goal at the 15 now, and then
timeout. Sioux City North had too many guys on the field.
You hate to see that come out of the quarter break.
Not ideal there. Coach Moore came running out.
We'll keep it right here. And
I like what I've seen out of Waukee so far. Good offensive rhythm. You know, you're not seeing one play that they like. They just kind of like moving the ball around, and tackling's been the biggest thing for Sioux City North. If they figure that out and don't have an offensive start inside the 5, I'm excited to see what the Stars look like.
If Waukee cuts out those jumping early and those kind of penalties, too.
Because you got 1st and goal from the 15 right now.
And that's after tacking on an extra 5.
And goal.
So here we go. Beckett Baker. Now Eddy with him. Hands it off. He's heading through the right side and gets brought down inside the 10. Down to, they're going to mark it at the 9, so pick up of 6.
He's a workhorse tonight. They keep giving it to him. I don't think they're going to be in too bad a shape. Just run him off tackle a little bit better.
And you start getting those linemen up front in a rhythm, too, with it now that they've kind of figured out blocking scheme here. Little delay there. He tries to cut outside again, right in the tackler's down to the far side. He stays inbounds, but finally tackled by Dayton Harrell, the nickelback.
He's really keeping his legs running. That's the biggest thing we've seen so far. Eddie is not giving up. It's got to be 4-down territory here no matter what for Waukee, but the way they're running the ball.
Because you got a feeling if they score, it really makes it tough then on Sioux City North to respond. Eddie in the backfield again. Baker looks to the sideline to get the play.
Timeout.
And now play clock running down to 9, so they take a timeout.
Timeout, Warriors.
A lot of confusion just so far tonight for both teams.
Let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll be back right after this on CISN.TV.
Off to college. Oh, rats.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations.
So Waukee out of the timeout comes out. 3rd and goal at the 3. High snap, hands off,
nice
right
move.
up the middle, touchdown. Warriors.
Beautiful cutback move by Niall Eddy. Almost a draw play. Well done, Waukee. Great drive.
Eddie takes it in from 3 yards out. Here you'll see it. Snap a little high, handled it, gets it to him, and he just picked his way through there. And
it's Eddie's 2nd touchdown on the year.
Barczyk with the extra point. And it's good. 10-0. Waukee here.
10:43 left in the second quarter.
In the second quarter.
That was a great drive, and for Sioux City North, to be able to now have a chance, as long as you don't muff the kick, you could have a better shot to be able to get this thing out and get a little breathing room. We've yet to see them with that breathing room. So, I don't know, something to think about here for the Stars offense.
Yeah, because they've started back inside their 10 and inside the 5 in their first couple drives and unable to do anything with it there. Let's see now. And that's a key, as you said. They kind of muffed that kickoff the last time, and it set them back there. So we'll see if they can come out of it now and get some decent starting field position, because their offense really has not had a chance to turn things loose and see what they can do here. Barczyk set to kick it off.
And he's got the wind a little bit to his back here, so.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty good leg anyway. As you see, he boots that one in the end zone. He's kind of watching that extra point.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he's ever able to hit that scoreboard.
Yeah.
And it was off
He's
the
got
left,
a leg.
but I think he could a little bit more.
He has got a leg.
So now a chance for North to come out and to be 1st and 10 at the 20, their best starting field position here. And let's see what the offense can do with 10:43 to play here in the first half. Can they respond?
Got to open up this passing game just a little bit more. I think you're keeping it on the ground just a little too much. Open up this passing game a little bit more. I think the Stars might be shining a little bit brighter here on this drive.
Strobing with Young in the backfield. They bring in another receiver here.
More confusion on offense.
Lucius Pinney, they send wide to the right. Hand off to Young. He's looking to cut it up, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 1 there.
Young gets the carry.
It's tough sledding tonight, and DeMarco's frustrated. I mean, you can just tell on that play. He's just not getting that push from his O-line like he's been getting the first couple of weeks. Good job by Waukee and the big boys up front doing work.
So they send Penny and Soldati to the right. One receiver left. Now handoff Young again, puts his head down, plows ahead, and he's going to get a couple. But that'll bring up third about. Where are they going to mark that? 3rd and 7 then.
And this is a tough spot because you just run the ball twice. This is going to be a pass. So if you're Coach Moore, you're going to have something pretty good in your passing offense here.
Here's Strobing with it. Trips to the left. Checks back over.
Waukee's looking to send the house here.
To the right side. They're showing that anyway. We'll see. Single coverage back out there. Now throws out in the flat. Has a man up across the 30. Did he get there?
I think he did.
He spun around.
Good second effort by that wide receiver over there for Sioux City North. That's number 28, Dayton Harrell.
Yep. His first, I thought he was going to go straight,
yeah,
but then he tried to go outside. I thought he wasn't going to get it.
Almost wonder why he did go outside.
Yeah, but then he fought through it and got the first down. 1st and 10 at the 30 here. So the first down of the night, I believe, is it for Sioux City North. But their other possessions started inside the 5. There's that quick out pass again.
No one's there.
Works again, and nobody's out covering this time. And he's up close to, well, they're going to mark him just shy of the 40, but a pickup of 9 there.
Waukee was running guys off late, so miscommunication there on the defense. Both teams just kind of everywhere. No one's set here if Sioux City North wants to go quick, but right now they're just kind of hesitant when calling their plays.
It's Dayton Harrell again, trips to the left now. Strobing looks over. He's got DeMarco Young behind him. Hands off Young. He plows into the pile, still spinning and moving, and he'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, late face mask coming in here, so give him 15.
Man, and that hurts too when you're trying to stop a defense. So he gets 2, and then from the tack on 15.
That's a big penalty because right now Sioux City North already was putting a couple of plays together. Now you give them that extra 15 there across the 50, kind of opens up the playbook even more.
And that's already like the 8th penalty on Waukee here tonight. Yeah, now they're into Waukee territory for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 43. Trying to answer the touchdown drive. And there's a handoff inside. Kind of a little jet sweep, but I was kind of watching. I thought he had it and was going to give it back to Young, but
Luke Saldati has a lot of speed, and coming from that jet sweep position from the wide receiver spot, he's tough. Good job by Waukee, at least close in, minimize the damage.
Now he comes outside with Penny and Tastad. And they look to the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. Sends Young in motion. Now he'll keep it himself. Opens up in the middle, and then he cuts it outside. And he'll pick up first down. I didn't see any yellow there.
That is a beautiful play call. You send out DeMarco Young to the left. All linebackers' eyes immediately look to the right, and that just opens up the way open the middle for Strobing.
Yeah, everybody, look at, they all had their motion going that way, thinking it was going to be the pitch.
Great call by Coach Moore and his offense.
Back to live action here, Young. Turns and says something Strobing does to Young. Now wings it out there in the flat, and it's short.
Not really. Everything's horizontal right now.
Yeah.
Feel like you got to get a little bit more downfield. You're checking down short. Waukee's going to start pressing. Granted, that's when you look for a deep downfield shot if you're Sioux City North. But
2nd and 10 at the 26 for North. Trips again to the left. One receiver here to the right. Young is the back. Now he moves his. Lucas Penny says get off the line.
Got 5 guys up on the line right here for Waukee.
Punching it up, bunch it up in the middle. Penny comes in motion. They hand it to him. He's going to take it outside, try to turn the corner, but he's run down. Good pursuit that time by Waukee.
That was a great job by the linebacker. Come flying across the edge. Might be number 68, I think, for Waukee. Nope, can't tell. Number's too small, but great play across that far side for Waukee. 68.
Yeah, 68.
We just don't have a 68 on here for Waukee.
And right up the middle, Young busts through. I think they got the defensive eyes looking everywhere now.
Now you've spread the ball across the field.
Yeah.
Not a good spot for Waukee.
1st and 10 at the 13 for North. Hand off, Young. He slips a tackle, slips another, but he's going to get dropped after picking up maybe one.
That's a great heads-up play by the senior linebacker, Cameron Johnson. Able to swing it back around. Johnston almost got broken out by DeMarco Young. Caught Young before he was able to get downfield.
Not a bad pickup, though. 2nd and 8 at the 11. Fakes the handoff, rolls. Now he's going to run it. Takes it himself, and looked like he had more room out there than what he did.
He's not afraid to get hit. He lowered his shoulder. He was going to make a boom. Usually coaches tell your quarterbacks to slide, but he able to keep it on the ground. And
I think that was Cam Johnson that came up again to make the play there. So now a big play. You only need 3 to get the first down.
I feel like this is 4-down territory in a game like this.
You got to think.
And it's taken a while. A lot of time has come off the clock here on this.
You could say try the field goal, but I mean, you're in this close. Here we go. Hand off, Young bounces. No, it's not Young. He bounces outside. Touchdown!
Jacob Kyle. 2nd rushing touchdown on the season for Kyle. If you don't put Young back there, it made Waukee think, are they really going to run this? Nice job by Jacob Kyle. Bounces a couple tacklers.
Yep. Slips a couple tackles into the end zone. And the North Stars are on the board. Extra point attempt coming. Snap, hold is good. Soldati with the kick. And with 6:17 to play here, we're back to a 3-point ball game. Take a break, be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
When did strength become an ego thing? Strength is about more than you. It's about grit, work ethic, carrying your own weight, and still rising to new challenges, whether or not they happen during regular business hours. Because even for the strongest, there are no guarantees. But for those who wake up with the streetlights to make sure the world keeps moving, Western makes one promise: more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job.
So Sioux City North will kick off after scoring. We've got another short kick taken by the up man up to the 30, 35.
Number 8, Bryce Hodgkinson.
Bryce Hodgkinson with the return.
Turn it, short man, so they don't kick it deep. And you got some scores?
A couple score updates for you. Johnson leads Dowling Catholic in the second quarter 9-7. Valley on top of Ankeny 13-7. Wow. 2 upsets on there already here in central Iowa. It is early.
We talked about it. Both those teams looking to kind of,
make some noise here. Johnston forced a safety, then scored a touchdown. Ankeny struggles early. We've seen that, so I don't know.
Valley's put together some drives closing this season has been a problem for them. Here's Beckett Baker. Now, can he respond? He rolls, looks, turns, throws it deep, wide open, and it's going to be out. A bounds down there.
I give credit, though, to Beckett Baker. He had his eyes downfield the entire time. A little bit better throw by the freshman would have been a big first down.
He tried to square, but he couldn't quite get square to throw that ball. That was part of it, I think, and it went wide.
I give credit to the intended wide receiver. He planted those feet and said, I'm going to try to grab it.
Try to catch it and get both feet in. Instead, it brings up 2nd and 10. Here for Waukee. Handoff, hit in the backfield, but pulls ahead for a yard or two.
That's one of those plays Baker will look back and say, I probably should have kept that one. That's the tough part about read option. When it works to perfection, but it's tough when you can miss.
Yeah, and then sometimes it always looks like it's open after you hand it off, too.
It does. It does. All depends on the defense.
3rd down now here. 3rd and 8 at the 41 for Waukee.
Oh my.
Dropping back, blitz up the middle. Did he throw it in time? If he did, you'd almost think it'd be. Yep, there's the flag for intentional grounding. There was nobody close over there.
Ethan Dallin, number 20, applying the pressure.
Easy intentional grounding on Beckett Baker. That's just a freshman trying to make a play. Thought, well, I could get rid of this maybe, but good call by the official.
Save your punter some yardage, but it ends up being.
Well, I mean, Dar, you and I are big Iowa fans. Right now, we're watching a battle of field position. Because right now, Sioux City North, when they didn't be pushed back inside their own 10, that looked really good. And now they should get great field position off this punt because of the penalty.
So they lost the down and they get 10 yards. So it'll be 4th and 8 at the 40, or no, back at the. Longer than that.
Well, if you're Waukee, do you wish that you hadn't shown your card on a fake punt in the first drive of the game?
Yeah. Whoa, a little pressure there.
That's a good punt.
They get in there, the kick is off. No flags down, and it bounce back for Sioux City North. It bounces back the other way, so North now with a little offensive momentum, getting it back in good field position. Their best of the night here, starting in the 40.
They're a frustrating team to cover because it looks like they're going to hurry up. They don't huddle. They hurry up to the line, but they never run on the first hike. So, it gives Waukee more time than they think they knew, and I think they adjusted that when they came back to the sideline. But
and then we mentioned in that drive, they spread it all over.
They did.
They did a jet sweep. They threw it out in the flat. They threw it over here. The quarterback ran a couple times, so they've got the defense thinking. And they're just looking for those holes.
Yeah, waiting on that long downfield shot. Seems like Sioux City North's got to be itching for one here soon. Keep the game within the trenches.
Strobing out with Young back in the backfield.
And we got a flag.
Delay of game.
I didn't pay attention.
I didn't either.
Penalties.
I think we've had just about every type so far. We're going through them. If you're playing penalty bingo at home, you got a lot of boxes checked. Here's Strobing again. This time, Soldati, the inside handoff, and he gets ripped down.
Grant Gamble on the right side. The sophomore defensive end was waiting right there for him. Nice play by the sophomore.
Soldati, number 3, had the carry.
He had no chance there.
Tackle for loss on the play.
See, Waukee, they're running around. They don't know what they want to do on defense. But the thing is, with Sioux City North's not snapping the ball that quick, I think you have much more time than you think you do.
Soldati again, they fake it to him. Now under pressure, Strobing rolls out of there, and then he can't roll out of it. He gets smothered by his shorts there. Barrett Wilcoxon, one of the first ones in there. See it here.
Great job by Waukee's defensive line. Everybody stayed eyes dialed in.
Wilcoxon was driving right in there, and then he ends up helping finish it off.
Look at everybody jump on the pile. Good job by Waukee.
Well, they started at the 40. They've gone nothing but backwards here. 3rd and 21 now for Sioux City North. Here's where they might, let's see if they air it out. If he gets time. See if Waukee brings the pressure. Trying to, but he steps in, hits a man across the middle. He'll be short, but he'll pick up, Landon Castad will pick up
but immediately making the hit.
That's a nice play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sioux City North goes back to that. Good route back over the middle by the tight end. Really nice play by Sioux City North. That was Landon Tastad.
Yeah, Tastad. And now they give him some room here for the punter to try to pin Waukee back a little bit.
His punts have been hit or miss tonight.
And Jack Lloyd, the punter.
Number 17, Ivory. Number 9, Margie.
Now he's going to run. He's got a little room. He spins. Did he get the
I think he got it.
No, they're going to mark his knee down short. The guy on the far side has him at the 50. The guy over here has him at the 49.
Oh, he's short.
He's short.
They're going to say his knee was down just short.
He stretched the ball out.
If we had replay.
If they did replay.
This is going to be short. I don't know why they're.
You saw the guy on the far side. He was right at the 50. He went where the ball was, but.
Sioux City North sending out their defense. I mean, I don't think they have any.
No, it's clearly if that stays, it's going to be yards.
I mean,
short.
it's going to be close. They're trying to tell the chain gang to get over there. And the chain gang's just sitting there. Also doesn't help. Sioux City North's in the way.
So they'll bring it out, but
hey, it's going to be really close. They put it at the 49, and the first down was at the 49, wasn't it?
I thought he had to get to the right about the 50, but maybe we'll see.
He might get it. I think he got it.
He did get it. Wow.
Man, we're right at the 50.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Coach Baker's.
I thought when he came down with the stretch out, the ball was at the 50 anyway. But then the guy on this side said no, his knee was down before he stretched out.
What a gutsy call!
If we were in college or the NFL, we'd be going for 20 minutes. We'd be looking at
that's
it.
A great call. I mean, I did not expect that. I thought for sure you're going to punt it, play that position game, but Sioux City North knows you got to get this ball in the end zone here, keep this game moving.
And since it wasn't a pass, nobody downfield. He just ran it himself, and Strobing comes back out. Now throws it. I
believe we had a timeout.
Timeout before the play. Otherwise, that
timeout. Waukee.
This game is herky-jerky right now.
I couldn't tell you.
Let's take a break. We'll be back after this on CISN.TV.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Rain.
After the successful fake punt, Sioux City North with it. Quick out pass caught and stretching out there.
Boy, one step further, Lucas Struck would have taken that back for 6. Just missed that interception there.
Soldati catches it, stretches out. And Sioux City North's offense all of a sudden moving here. They send Soldati in motion, hand it to him. He looks to cut it up, but runs into a defender there right at the, it's a little behind the line of scrimmage, so he'll lose about a yard. So
68 with the tackle, but even the Waukee PA announcer doesn't know who the 68 is.
No, I don't have him on my list either.
It's one of those nights.
3rd and 4, a big third down for Sioux City North as they try to take the lead before the half here. Dropping back. Wing it out deep, wide open. All he's got to do is catch it. Oh, and he drops down with it.
Well, what did we say? They were going to go deep eventually.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Waukee plays the short game.
That's good for another SCN first down.
Man, throws it out there. and he slowed down a little too much. That was Dayton Harrell. Now, handoff.
Tell you, Young is having some tough sledding. I think the plays for Sioux City North are going to have to be in the air tonight because Waukee's D-line has got DeMarco Young in a jail cell right now.
And they're just loaded up, though, in the front. You know, that front four defensively is not letting much through there. And there's a jump by Sioux City North. The lineman on the end there. Adrian Ramirez.
I do like that Strobing went immediately to his right tackle and explained to him, hey, here's what we got to do. It's okay.
It's all right. Settle down. Well, and two, you're kind of excited with 1:20 to go. You want to get it in the end zone and take the lead here, but you got to play smart. 2nd and 15 at the 18 for Sioux City North. They look to the bench for the play. Strobing wings it out there. Soldati, can he break through? Cuts by one defender and is finally taken down there. Good play.
Got about to the original. Nope, he's going to be short of the original line of scrimmage.
Struck. Hold him down, so he gets up. Yeah, gets about back to penalty yardage.
Well, the good thing is you're only down by 3, so you'd gladly be taking 3 here if you're Sioux City North.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8. Strobing with Young behind him. Play clock at 15. Movement on the Waukee defense late. Cuts it up. Spins. At the 1 yard line. He reached across, but he said his knee went down at the 1 for Young.
Man,
he thought he was in. I did too.
I don't know about that one. And probably a quick timeout. Well, it's a 1st down, so the chains will move. Sioux City North's going to go quick. If I'm them, just go hand off to Young.
North down there, 1st and goal at the 1. Hand off Young. He gets smothered. Push. Is he in? No, he's short.
There's 2 seconds left on the clock.
2 seconds to go.
Wow.
They called their final timeout. Or no, they got one more left. They probably should have taken one before that last play. Although they wanted to get up there quickly, I think.
Man, I don't know. That should have been a touchdown. He reached that ball across the goal line. I'm not sure.
Of course, the official's right down there watching the knee, but.
So now what do you do? Well, they're going to put 2 more seconds out. Well, you can run 1 play.
Yeah.
Do you trust your?
And we don't have a pylon cam down there, so we can't.
I mean, they're literally at the half-yard line. You could sneak this thing. What do you want to do? It looks like they're going to go for it, but this is a big play here.
Let's see with.
That's back-to-back plays. I feel like they probably could have been in. That'll be one to look at. They're going to go for it. And if Waukee doesn't like what they see, they can gladly call a timeout too.
Lloyd is 2 of 4 field goals. He's hit a 28-yarder, but I think this is thinking, let's try to get it in. 4 seconds to go at the 1 yard line. Hand off Young.
I don't think he got it.
Did he get it?
Strobing pushed forward.
Touchdown! Finally, they called it. North Stars get the touchdown.
Boy, I don't really know who they're going to count as the carrier because Strobing and Young held on to it.
Let's see here.
You want to go back on that, Eric, real quick?
Yeah, if we can get back a little bit. I think Strobing pushed him in. We need a little farther back. We'll get it here in a second. I think they'll give it to Young. 1 yard.
Kick is good.
No time on the clock. Kick is good. That's the half.
That's a tough momentum breaker for Waukee. Good on Sioux City North. Great drive. Couple close calls.
And it's hard to describe the action and all the scrambling and the timeouts and everything that were going on in that toward the end of that second quarter there. But credit Sioux City North. They got everything together enough to get it in there and punch it in. And there's going to be a lot of discussion in both locker rooms here as North steals the momentum here at halftime of homecoming. At Waukee, they're up 14-10. We'll take a break, come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Halftime, Sioux City North has come back to score with no time on the clock to take a 14-10 lead here at Waukee, the homecoming game. And it is football season, but it's the last day of September. That means we'll head into October. Before you know it, we'll be heading into basketball season. Kevin Kanaski here, the head basketball coach at Waukee. And Coach, what do you got going on right now with the players?
We have open gyms a couple days a week, so we're not allowed by rule to coach them, but they come to our gym Mondays and Thursday nights and just play and pick up, and a lot of them shoot on their own every day, so they're in the gym a lot, which we like, but yeah, basically just a couple open gyms a week.
When's the first official day of practice?
First official day is November 14th, so got some time.
So you got a little time to wait through October to get there, huh?
Yep. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. We return everybody, and Omaha Blue comes back to us, so we're definitely excited.
How does that work integrating him back in then?
It's an easy transition, I think. He's such a good player and good teammate. Our guys love him and like playing with him, so we're excited.
Who are some of the other guys? You said everybody back, right? I'm trying to, forgive me if I don't remember. After doing lineup sheets for football and everything, let's talk a little bit about who you do have coming back and what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have 12 or 13 players that are going to play at the next level. So we're really deep. Vance Pfeiffer's probably led us in scoring and rebounding last year, and he's getting taller and getting better, so definitely going to rely on him a lot. But again, we have a lot of depth this year, which is good, so it's going to be competitive.
Yeah, in this league, it always is, isn't it? You have a lot of good teams and a lot of good players that you have to be ready for. What do you want them to focus on in these things? Is it shooting, or what exactly do you have them work on?
Yeah, especially in the summer, in the off season, shooting, individual skill development. But we really preach. Our staff does a good job preaching. Playing hard and sharing the ball, which our guys have really bought into.
Now, I got to ask you about this. We see the play clock out there. We're going to the shot clock this year, right?
Yes.
How does that change how you coach, or does it, or what will it mean for you?
Yeah, it'll be an adjustment, I think. Hopefully we won't have to guard as long, and our guys like to play fast and shoot it quick. So offensively, I don't think it'll change much for us, but defensively for sure.
Late in the game it might be, where I know some teams, you like to play out for that last shot sometimes, so you'll have to change the strategy a little bit sometimes there if you got more than if you're coming down the last minute, you can't hold the ball anymore. You got to
It's definitely going to change, and I feel bad for the guys that are going to run it to start, I think, because they have a lot of pressure on them, because if they mess up, everyone's going to know about it. So yeah, it's 35 seconds, so it'll definitely play a part late game.
So what do you plan in practice? You plan on having one there where you work on it and
have
the clock's going and do that kind of thing too?
Ours have been ordered. They haven't been shipped. I think they get delivered mid-October. So then they'll be above our hoops in our gyms, and we'll be able to use them in practice to try to learn.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not one who's been in favor of it, but we'll see, and it'll be interesting on some of these games that sometimes – you have a team that, like you say, if you play fast, it's probably not going to bother you. But those teams that like to slow it down a little more, grind it out, I'm thinking Hoover, Urbandale, sometimes they like to extend the possession. Right. So it's going to be a little bit different for those type of teams too, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it increases the fan experience. I don't think the fans enjoy coming watching games where the score is like 8-10 at halftime. So I think it'll be definitely more fun to watch for the fans.
So what else you got going on outside the open gyms and that you're doing?
We had the homecoming parade last night that we walked in. Omaha, actually, we had 3 players nominated on the homecoming court. Omaha actually won Homecoming King, so
wow.
They have a big dance tomorrow. We're going to do some community service. We're playing paintball as a team next week, so we keep the guys busy year-round, but it's going to be exciting.
What's your take on the first half of this one? Kind of wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought we stopped him there. I was on the sideline, but it's.
Well, did you? Now, when he first went, I thought he reached it across, but they said his knee was down. I didn't see. Were you able to see close enough there?
The first one I think he looked like he was in, but the last one I don't know about. So, yeah, I think our football team's getting better, and I think I'm hoping for a good second half.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking a little time to come up and talk with us, and. It seems as fast as September went. October is going to go fast, and it won't be that long before November's here and basketball practice is starting.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach. We'll take a break here. We're at halftime. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
for the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket. soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
He's going to be better than, way better than the one that graduated. So. And we're back here at halftime, 14-10. Sioux City North over Waukee. Well, I got another view from the sideline. I'm not going to put him on the spot. He thought he was in on the first one where he reached over, but either way, it's in now. Sioux City North scoring with no time on the clock. Dar Danielson, Blake Walker with you. Waukee got a 36-yard field goal from Bartachek in the first quarter with 3:38 to go. Then came down with an Eddy 3-yard run. And the big thing early on was Sioux City North, their first couple of possessions were back inside the 10, inside the 5. They had no room to work. But then they scored. They got first and 10 at the 20, and they took it all the way down and scored. And then this last drive, they started, what was it, around the 40?
Yeah, around about
so.
the 40. Yep.
They got a fake punt by the punter running and get the first down, and then they got it all the way down. Looked like he had scored leading over the goal line, but clock stopped them with 4 seconds to go, and then they were able to punch it in and get the score with no time on the clock. It was Kyle with the 6-yard run for their first score to make it 10-7, and then Young back in the backfield got it in with a push by his quarterback, Strobing into the end zone from 1 yard out, and it's 14-10. So let's go inside the Waukee locker room and what are the coaches saying about that momentum shift that Sioux City got, and how does Waukee come back out and stop that?
Well, you had a great start. I mean, offensively, you jump up 10-0. I think that was the biggest thing, but you just got to keep moving the ball. Niall Eddy was the key, and then they just kind of stopped. I feel like you can't get cute and fancy with your play calling. I think that's one of the biggest things we have to see from Waukee going forward. And if you're Sioux City North, keep spreading the ball around. That was the biggest thing. And getting Waukee's defense on their toes just really wasn't working for them that much. So, I think you just got to hunker down on defense, trust your gut, and don't be running on field last second. That field position game when it came to the punts and whatnot, that was a big thing as well.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And then, like you say, Sioux City North, they were spreading all around, and they just had the Waukee looking at where's it going to go. We saw that one time they thought it was going to be a pitch, and everybody's leaning one way, and then they run back the other way. And so a good use of the misdirection there just by spreading the ball around by this offense. And, you got the senior quarterback there, Strobing, kind of running things, which, helps. And not that Baker, he's going to be a good one, I think, as he gets more experience and as all the players around him do. But, it'll be interesting here. Now, Waukee took the ball to start, so they'll kick off to Sioux City North here to start the second half.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, I think, the play that will go underneath the radar, that fake punt was huge. The fact that he barely got that one. We've had close calls literally all game long when it comes to yardage marking. That fake punt would have given Waukee the ball back with a comfortable lead, could have run it out to halftime. I like the aggressive play call by Coach Moore and his offense. Just got to keep that up. And Waukee, got to stay in it. You showed flashes in the first half. Go back to Niall Eddy, go back to that running game.
And I'm sure cut the penalties is talked about on both sides. Waukee had, I think, about 10 penalties in that first half. A couple of them big ones that hurt. They had the man down. They tried their own fake punt on the pass, but they had an illegal man downfield, and they would have had the first down, but it brought it back. So, that's another thing that you got to talk about here.
Yeah.
So, let's see. We got a few more minutes left here on the clock. We'll take a break and come back with more at the halftime after this on CISN.TV.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel, dent, and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service
Back here at Waukee, halftime winding down as Sioux City North scores 2 second-quarter touchdowns and takes the lead here at the half. The last one coming with no time remaining on the clock, a 1-yard score there as they take the lead here over Waukee. So the Warriors have a little work to do here. They will kick off. Sioux City North will get the ball as Waukee took the ball to start the game. So going to be interesting, the strategy. And you mentioned it, again, even if they get their offense going a little bit, punt it and maybe pin Sioux City North down, this field position has been, this North, when they were pinned back there inside their own 5, they really couldn't do anything offensively, but once they got it out to 20 and then the next one they got at the 40 and they were able to take it right down and score.
Yeah, and that's been one of the biggest keys for Sioux City North so far is, they're opening up. You're making things, these linebackers for Waukee second guess everything with DeMarco Young in the backfield and then making a couple different choice chances to go downfield. That long pass downfield, that opened up because Waukee just played up so much. They kept thinking run, run, run. Got to give credit to Coach Moore and his offense doing a great job opening things up in the passing game. That'll be the big difference here as we go to the end of this one.
Well, other scores, Valley and Dowling tied up, Valley and Ankeny tied up at 21 all.
Yes.
And Dowling has pulled ahead of Johnston 14-12. Johnston was
21-12.
Or excuse me, was it 21-12?
21-12 now.
Now, okay. And so a couple good ball games there. And that Valley Ankeny one is going to be interesting to see how that, if one of the teams pulls away. And we mentioned it. Valley's gone over there before when they, didn't have as good a record and come out with a win.
It doesn't matter. I think Ankeny will be interesting in the RPI. I think they'll get a home game to start for the playoffs. That's no problem. But definitely some concerns for that talent of an offense. Definitely concerns for Ankeny going forward.
Well, in the game against Southeast Polk, they drove the ball several times down, and then they had, late even, they were still in it and had a chance. They drove it down inside the 10 and then had a high snap. Ended up, didn't get a score out of it, and then it looked a little larger than it was against Southeast Polk, and that was a frustration when I talked with Gary Swenson. We just aren't finishing those drives and things, and so, and then, Ankeny coming back out and reloading and stuff, and so we'll see. And Southeast Polk, I don't know if Sama's back yet, but
don't believe so.
When
they're saying he might be out for the rest of the regular season.
But I mean, that guy, he's a big play waiting to happen. When he's in there, makes a difference. But again, they played pretty well offensively too. When he was out, they still hung in those games. So we'll see what happens here as they're coming out and get ready for the start of the second half here. And Waukee out of the locker room.
One big thing for Sioux City North, that touchdown at the end, get the ball to start this second half. That touchdown means a lot more than some people think it might have.
So what are you thinking on that black and gold out in Iowa City?
I think that'll be a good game tomorrow. It's like you and I were talking about. Iowa just has to have a decent show up of offense, and there might be an upset in Iowa City tomorrow.
Well,
but they keep talking about upsets in previous games at Iowa City. I'm like, let's just keep it on the down low.
Yeah, and I thought, Michigan's pretty tough, but then Maryland
played Michigan well.
And then Kansas, the resurgence.
Yep.
And a big game for Iowa State to get back on their feet, going on the road after the loss to Baylor. So we'll see. Still a lot of football to play in the season, and still, and Iowa's done it so many times where their offense hasn't been good, but they end up at the end of the season, they win the conference, or they.
Yeah.
Well, we're ready to go here for the second half. Waukee in the dark uniforms on the right. They'll be kicking off to Sioux City North. And Bartachek to boot it. And he's going to send this one. Well, I thought it was going to go short of the goal line, but it goes over the head of DeMarco Young. And into the end zone for a touchback, but that's not so bad because last time that happened, Sioux City North was able to take it up the field and score.
Waukee needs to stay on the field in this second half. I know they're on defense here to start, but we talked about depth. Depth was the biggest thing in that first half. Sioux City North got a couple guys playing both ways. Just something to think about as we move on.
Yeah, you're right. And when you look over there, a lot less players on the sideline. Yes. The depth is an issue for them. So, yeah, if they can don't give up any big plays and just first handoff to Young. Young drives ahead. Good first down pickup. He struggled some in that first half looking for the holes, but got a little bit of momentum, I think, after scoring that touchdown.
Yeah, once the lane started to open up, once Waukee's defense was on the field for a little bit more than 6 minutes, that's what forced him to get the bigger hole.
Low snap, Strobing rolls, looking. Now he's in trouble back there. And
that is poetry in motion if you're a defense. Yeah. Strobing rolls out to his left. Oops, the right end's already making your right tackle
there
look crazy, or your left tackle look crazy, and by the time he turned around, Waukee's defense was already
here.
There.
You go. They're plowing up through the middle, and boom, that end just closes on him. That low snap didn't help. So 3rd and 11 now. Inside handoff, coming back the other way. He'll cut it up and be tripped up there. Soldati.
Beautiful play by Caden Ivory. That is going to be short. It's going to be 4th down. We'll see if they go for it. Nope, they're going to punt it. Caden Ivory, it was a 1-on-2. He was a 1-on-2. He was the last man standing and makes a heck of a tackle to prevent the first down.
This looked like Soldati was picking up momentum coming around the corner, but ends up 4 yards short.
And he's fast. I mean,
yeah, he is.
He had 2 big blockers out front. If he gets open field, you're good luck catching him.
Ready for the punt here.
Oh.
And not a good one, and it bounces back the other way, or went out of bounds there. And just absolutely the worst start you want for Sioux City North here.
Dar, we talked about field position. I think you couldn't ask for better field position for Waukee. I mean, you're almost close to field goal range already. Another score update for you. Big game, quietly a good game in the Des Moines Public School. Des Moines Roosevelt leads Des Moines North 20-16. North trying to make it to 6-1 on the season.
Yeah, they've had
5-1 on the season.
Good season. That'd be a big win for them.
North can only take 2 losses from what I've heard if they want to make the playoffs. If they go 6-3, probably going to miss it. And with Ankeny next week, Waukee's going to take
now,
a
Waukee
timeout.
takes a timeout here.
Now, Dar, we also talked about that, is the timeouts. In a close game like this, you just wasted a timeout when you're already in the huddle.
Yeah,
Could be
early.
something big here late.
Yeah, I mean,
so something to
and
think
you knew
about.
a change of possession was coming up,
Yeah,
so you want to call the play.
They're barely, they're literally coming out of the timeout right now. So, boy, that's a tough timeout if you're Coach Baker. I'm confused about that. I don't know. I don't know if he thought they weren't going to have enough time on the play clock or what, but
now
they're trying to get Sioux City North to get out of their timeout, but it's like, well, they took their whole 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't either, because they did well. Sioux City North did it right between the quarters where they came out and then they had to call timeout. Here's a pitch back. Hand up back.
Carry.
Eddie, yeah, down to the 31.
Now Waukee moving quicker.
Well, that's one thing we haven't seen either of them really play with tempo here. They've come out and
they look like they're going to play with tempo, but it's that fake tempo.
So pick up a 3, 2nd and 7.
Think about hiking it. Look to the sideline. Try something else.
High snap, hand off to Eddie again. Eddie looking to go up the left side, plows through, gets down. He'll be close to the first down.
He's got it.
I think he does. Yep, they're saying move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, great push up front by the Waukee offensive line. Good job by the left tackle up front. That would be Will Stobby. Great push up. And good hole off that left side for Niall Eddy.
It's a bunch to the left, single receiver on the right. High snap again. He'll take it himself. Baker cuts it up. Kind of stutter steps up through the hole and found some daylight in there.
I like that call. I mean, you know, you're thinking running back. That's really the first time Baker's done that. He's got some wheels on him for being a freshman. Not very big, but he can keep you moving, and Waukee continues to hurry up.
5'10", 175 pounds, it says in the program. Same formation here. Here's the snap, this time to Eddie. Inside handoff. He works his way down, close to a first down. I think he's got another first down.
They're averaging about 5 yards per carry right now. There is no resistance on the Star defense. So if I'm Waukee, I'm just going to keep pounding this football.
It's coming a lot easier than it did in the first half, isn't it? I mean, they were...
No reason to go to the air here.
They were picking up 2-3 yards, but yeah, you might as well just grind it. Baker gets everybody set up where he wants them, sends a guy out wide to the right. Eddie on his right, now hands it off to him. He looking to go in there behind his blockers and gets a few yards before he's pushed back by the defense.
Boy, every snap, Eddie has to, or Baker has to jump for it. Might be something to keep an eye on. We saw that high snap that luckily got called as a false or a legal formation or a legal motion. But
yeah, it's been just a little bit worrisome. Jacob Kyle in on the tackle there because you got a good drive going here. If one gets by him and then you lose 10 yards, it kind of blows everything up.
Watch out for the one-on-one.
There's one there. Now he'll take it himself. Looks over the left side and it just stopped there. Good job to sneak under the lineman by Zach Hesse. He would not be blocked. He just kept sliding over and didn't let him go. So all of a sudden now, 3rd and 9 for Waukee. Let's see what they draw up here. They're going to go to the air. They got trips to the right and a bunch.
Watch out for Cooper Andrews.
Fake to Eddie. Rolls left. Throws. Touchdown. Waukee.
Cooper Andrews. Why not? Nice Z route. Runs it to the middle. Cuts back to the left. Beautiful throw by Baker.
11 yards for the touchdown.
Watch this route. Came back to it. Beautiful throw.
Great
puts his feet down.
Catch, and he threw it right out where the defender couldn't get to it.
They put him out on an island to the left side, and even though they rolled, Andrews got ahead of it. Nice throw. Waukee back on top.
Here's the extra point kick. is good. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides.
Waukee will kick off. You see Andrews there has go down on the kickoff team after catching that touchdown pass to give Waukee the lead here. And Young had to go back in the end zone for a touchback.
Boy, he's having a night to forget back there returning kicks. That's muff kicks.
He's so anxious to return it, but the thing is in high school, anytime it breaks that plane,
it is a touchback.
And
but in college.
In college. But yeah, he's just anxious to get one and take it up the sideline. But
if I can get some updates here.
Sioux City will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Still 21-12. Dowling on top of Johnston at halftime. And I believe Valley and Ankeny 28-21, I believe.
Strobing, hands off. Young slips a tackle, now cuts back the other way. Can't get out of the backfield. He'll go down.
Ankeny and Valley tied up 21 apiece still. It's a couple times DeMarco Young has slipped here tonight.
Yeah.
On the turf.
He had that one out there where it looked like he was heading for the first down on that swing pass and just slipped and got the artificial field turf here. So Strobing stops, turns, man wide open out there. Wow. And hits Landon Tastad.
It's a heck of a throw, just lobbed it right over top.
Well, he came out of there and looked over like he went the wrong way, but then he spun around and then found him wide open in the seam there, and it's going to be close to a first down. 3rd down and 1 at the 29 for Sioux City North. Handoff, Young, he'll slide through, keeps going, almost broke through, and it takes 3 guys to bring him down finally.
That's 5'7" right there. Yeah. I mean, nobody can tackle him.
He couldn't get down low. Bryce Hoskinson was hanging on for dear life, and he finally got some help there, but he gets it out to the 40. Pickup of 11.
Pushing through tacklers. Nice move.
Yeah, that's, those guys, low center of gravity, it's so hard to get them, tackle them sometimes. There he is again, handoff. Now he cuts it back to the right, across the 50. Picks up another 10, 11 yards.
Yeah, he's moving now, and that's a tough spot because he's so shifty in the hole, and he's fast. I mean,
and that line is starting to seal some gaps, some lanes for him right now.
Good movement up front by Sioux City North.
1st and 10 into Warrior territory for the North Stars here. They're trying to answer the score. And this time, no slipping by that in the backfield.
That's big number 42 for Waukee. That is Orson Harrop. He got back there immediately from that linebacker position on a nice
And he wrapped him up good around the hips, didn't let him get away.
And that's tough. That's good tackle.
Yeah. Loses a yard, 2nd and 11. Back to the 50-yard line for Sioux City North. Receivers 2 to the left. Fakes the handoff, rolls, looking under pressure though, not fooling the defense. And slamming him down is Malachi Kerbey.
That was beautiful. I mean, nobody was open. Great coverage downfield. And Strobing just nowhere.
Gets him and
back.
Boom, just puts him down. So that brings up a 3rd and 17.
4th sack on the year for just the sophomore, Malachi Kirby.
They were into Waukee Northwest territory for one play, and now push back to their own 44. Look to the sideline. There's the snap. Throws it out wide. Has a man. Can he break a tackle? No. Good open field tackle out there by Bryce Hoskinson again.
Just his 2nd tackle for loss on the season. Man, what a play by Waukee. That defense is fired up.
Lucius Penny spun and looked like he had a chance if he could break that tackle to get the first down, but no chance there, and they're going to bring on the punter.
I don't think we're going to see a fake here. It's quite a bit of ways for the first down.
Soldati back there. He is speedy, the punter, but
first down's all the way up on the 38. Waukee's going to call a timeout.
I don't think they have enough guys out there, do they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they had 11.
No, they had 12.
12?
Had 12.
Oh, okay. They had one too many.
Well, darn, we talked about it. There's 2 timeouts used by Coach Baker in the 3rd quarter. So, again, you hope this thing doesn't come down to it, but
she's got a 3-point lead right now, and
couple mistakes.
For a minute there, Sioux City North came out driving. They drove, went for the 20 all the way to the 49, and then they had, a couple negative plays there, but you see the Coach Moore over there in the huddle with them and kind of explaining a little bit about what he wants to happen here. And Waukee.
Soldati, number 3, in punt formation.
Soldati is back to punt it. He runs to the right, boots it. Punt drops in amongst the white shirts, and it hit one of them, and it'll be down there
And the punt will be down
at the
29-yard
line. So not bad field position to start for Waukee here.
Yeah, I mean, he started from the 40, Sioux City North's 40, last time out when he scored a touchdown. So you got to keep your foot on the gas here. I don't think you can get too cute with your play calling here. Keep everything in front of you. Get downfield. Make this a 10-point game if you're Waukee.
Well, they did a lot of run pass option there, and the quarterback ran a few times. They got Eddie into the ball game a little bit. So let's see if they come out and just keep running the clock a little bit here. They're going to finally shift 2 receivers out wide to the right. Got that wing on the left. Eddie's going to come right around, get a block from him. And he slips down there.
That's a great seal, though, on that left side. Got a nice edge around the corner, but he just slipped.
Did they paint that 30-yard line a little too thick or something?
Tonight, all across the field.
Yeah, across the field, it's a little slick, but we haven't had any rain in a while, but I don't know.
Hasn't rained since last Friday night.
High snap again, hands it off. Eddie, and they're just going to bowl in there and just hog tie him down in there. First one's in there was Zach Hesse.
Now you're almost forcing a throw here. I mean, it's an interesting spot for Waukee. If you're Sioux City North, drop back and dime or nickel here. Don't really have to rush 3 down linemen.
And you want Baker to play it safe. Don't turnover wouldn't be good. You want to put it back in the hands of your punter and try to flip the field a little bit, but we'll see what they do. Send the slot receiver in motion. Fumble! Sioux City North is on it. Exactly what you didn't want to have happen. As they brought that receiver across and looked like they're going to try to hand it off to him, but
those high snaps, that all happened because of a high snap.
See, there it was, and they didn't get he didn't get it down in time to hand it off, and that's been a problem all night. You kind of foreshadowed it a little bit, worried about that. So now Sioux City North has it. 1st and 10 at the 24.
Yeah, Lucas Struck came across the middle and hit it when Baker was pulling the ball back down from the high snap.
Because he's what, 5'10", but it was up here.
Not high enough.
And there's a inside handoff. Soldati looking for room, and he's going to be rustled out. Well, here's a chance for the Warrior defense to step up and try to shut down.
Nolan Clemensrud. Hard last name to pronounce. Nolan was in there on the tackle for Waukee.
88, on the tackle for the Warriors.
2nd and 11. Strobing says something to Young. Now they hand off, double handoff, pitch back, throw it out to Young in the flat and knock away. What a play defensively out there.
Oh, Caden Ivory.
Yeah. Or no, that was Struck, wasn't it?
Oh, was it Struck? Yeah.
Number 7, Lucas Struck.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see that again. 1-on-1. Oh, and he got the hand up.
Wow. That might be a play of the game, depending on how this thing plays out.
Now they're going to just take it, and Strobing will get in, and we'll see if maybe that gets it in a little closer for a tying field goal.
Might have been trying to get it straight, honestly, or
Yeah.
kick from the left hash. I think that was what they were mostly going for there.
Because, what did I say? He was 2 of 4 on the season. But the 28 was the longest. That's going to be about what this is. Tied here with 1:22 to go.
Waukee's a pretty athletic team on the D line. Wouldn't be surprised if this might get blocked.
Low snap. Kick is up. Is it going to get there? No. Short.
That is a heck of a stop by Waukee, and we're going to give that big one Lucas Struck. If he didn't bite that ball down, we could have a completely different ball game. That is a huge defensive play for Waukee.
And that snap was a little low. I think that was part of that because the holder had to get it up right away. It came sliding back there, and so he didn't really get a straight run at it. So Waukee dodges the bullet on the turnover.
Well, the only downside, you're back in the 20, so got to work on some offense here.
These two teams just been throwing the punches back and forth here, haven't they? You can tell they both really want to get the win out of this one. There's a fake handoff, and Baker will take it himself right up the middle.
Nice run up the middle there.
I haven't seen him keep it and go up the middle a lot. He's gone outside, but this time he got the read, and we got a Warrior down back there after the play. Looked like he might have a Charlie horse or something.
Waukee coaching staff was not happy about something.
Well, while they're tending to him, let's take a quick break. We'll do that here on CISN.TV.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Back to action. Waukee, after a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty, moves the ball up to the 42.
Number 1 takes the handoff.
And the pickup, no gain, or did they give him one? Maybe one on the carry.
Will Stabby was the injured Waukee Warrior on that one play.
Waukee back out. Fake the handoff down back to the deep back. They fake the inside to Tariq Alley, and they then hand it off inside to Eddie.
I like the call, the late halfback dive. We're in for a good fourth quarter.
That's third over already? Wow. Third quarter is over. Waukee hanging on to a 3-point lead. Back with the final quarter after this on CISN.TV.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Well, we'll go to the fourth quarter. Just 3 points separating Waukee and Sioux City North here. Waukee with the ball, 3rd and 8 at the 44. Big third down now. Dropping back. They throw for the screen on the left side. Got a man. And they're going to stop him, though, short of the first down over there.
This is going to be fun. This should be a great punting opportunity. If you can punt a good enough punt here.
That was
by Hurlburt.
Yeah, it's pinning back. That was Charlie Cross, the one of the tight ends,
this
who caught that.
Game-changing, game-defying punt right here.
It wasn't a bad call because you think Sioux City was going to pin their ears back and come, and they did, and they got it out there. But credit Sioux City North for reacting.
Also could fake it.
I don't think he will. He's going to boot it here. Good boot off. That one's going to drop, and they're going to get a good little bounce. It skitters down to about the 11. First time I get to use the word skitter this season, I think.
That's a good roll. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. I mean, based on what we've seen in this game, Sioux City North has not been good backed up inside their own 20.
No, they went on that 180-yard drive, but back there any longer, it just takes them. Now they got plenty of time here, and it's, they missed a field goal on the one drive there, but let's see what they do. Still a little bit of wind at the back maybe here, but you got a long ways to go to get into range right now. As Strobing sends a man in motion across the formation, then hands it off, and Young is just ripped down there. Doesn't have much chance. Okay, Logan Lufthouse, they say, is number 68.
Which number is he originally?
69 was what I had him on my.
I don't even have 69 on my roster. So
the lineup the coach gave me he was 69, but okay, so he's 68. So now we know Logan.
He's been making plays all night.
2nd and 13. They wing it out into flat to Young. Young, who's not going to get much, maybe a yard.
It's dangerous for him to point that ball out there all the way back inside the 10. I mean, I know you're fighting for every yard, but that thing gets knocked out at the wrong time. You're looking at an easy play.
Yeah, you don't want to give up the field position right here in this area of the field. So 3rd and 11 for the North Stars. They're heading north right now. There's the snap, handled by Strobe. Now he's under pressure, rolls out of the end zone, throws it downfield, picked off! Back at about the 43-yard line.
Struck.
That's, struck.
I mean, I get the play by Strobing. You got to get rid of it. You got to throw it downfield, but just a little too far, kind of a Hail Mary up there, and Lucas struck. Right place, right time.
Yeah, and you figure, well, would our punter maybe have gotten a little farther than that or not? But, he really overthrew the receiver. If he threw a little shorter, but that's always easy to say when you're up here looking down.
And in a game like this, a touchdown here might put this thing away. This is a big drive for Waukee, big drive for Sioux City North's defense.
Take over with 9:41 to go. 1st and 10 at the 43. Baker rolling. Has a man open downfield, but he goes short with it. Throws it there to Charlie Cross.
He's been pretty good tonight in that tight end position.
Yeah, he's had a couple catches there.
They going to give him the first? Nope. Yep. Yes.
Looked like Peyton Betts was breaking deep, but that might have been, are they? Yeah, now they're
first
moving.
Chain gang didn't know what they were doing
over there.
Back judge kept saying, he's like, yeah, that's the first.
Hand off up by Eddie. He spins around, pulled down after a pickup of about 4.
Those snaps scare me. I mean, that was almost another fumble on the exchange between Eddie and Beckett.
And it's hard, too, to run that jet sweep and that inside handoff when it's coming that high.
Need a good handoff.
We saw on the fumble, you got to get it down chest level at least to get it handed off. 2nd and 7 at the 30. Throw out in the flat. That's forward pass, so looking for Freak Alley out there. I was just going to say the thing in their favor is they're running the clock with those runs, but now they stop it here at 9:02.
Yeah. I mean, even in a game like this, I don't think a timeout would be terrible. So,
well, and Waukee used 2 already.
Yes.
2. So North has their full 3 left.
Yeah.
And now they're going to shift that formation around and put 2 receivers right. A little slot back to the left. They send Alley in motion. He goes by. They're going to look back to him now. A little jump pass over. And a lot going on with that play. It ends up being an incomplete pass, though. Was looking for Cross again.
Boy, if that worked, he was going to get quite a bit of yardage. I like the heads-up play.
I don't know if he'd quite been to the first down marker, but he might have been.
They're going to kick this.
I was going to say he might have been in field goal range there, but they're going to try it here.
Well, his longest is 51.
This would be a 48-yarder here.
Going to kick into the wind.
There's the snap. Kick is up.
No,
it's wide.
Had to try it.
Yep.
All right, well, interesting field position here for the Stars.
We'll see it, and 2 in high school, it'll come back to the 20 there, so they don't get the ball out.
No.
It makes it a little easier.
That's why it was worth it. I mean, you had to try it.
As long as you didn't get blocked, it was
if you
worth
could take a
trying
6-point lead, then maybe block a field goal. Yeah,
the only other thing was maybe your punter could, drop it inside the 10, but at least now, 8:51, and Sioux City North has to go. Well, they don't have to go 80 yards. They need to get 70 to get in the field goal range.
Have not done this well tonight from this far back. Good thinking by Baker there.
Dropping back,
He's got a man.
Under pressure, gets out of it. Now lobs it out there, looking for Soldati.
Boy, he had Lucius Penny wide open down the seam, and he just got flushed out of the pocket to the right.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20. For Sioux City North. And really not a time to panic yet. There's 8:44. You got a lot of time yet. Need to pick up some chunks. Pitch back. Running outside, looking for room is Young. And he's going to get a good chunk of yardage as he's over the 30, isn't he? That'd be a first down.
Yep.
So the clock will stop there. Brent Gamble and Malachi Curvey coming back in on defense for Waukee.
1st and 10 at the end.
1st and 10 at the 31 for Sioux City North. Lob it out quick. Caught, and then it'll be brought down right away.
Lucky that wasn't picked.
Right there, Ivory, number 9, meets the receiver.
Caden Ivory almost had a nice pick on that far side.
I think that was Dayton Harrell with the catch. He picks up about 4. And they'll get up to the line quickly here. This time they snap it quick, and the snap is short, and they fall on it.
That's tough, because now you're putting 3rd and 10. So,
and they tried to go a little quicker and catch the defense, and then it didn't work.
That's tough as a coach.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 now. Let's see if Waukee brings the pressure. Pitch back, fumble. Waukee has it.
Oh, are they going to mark him down?
Mark it down.
Oh, man, I don't know about that one.
Said he was down.
But is it Waukee ball? It
Dan
is Waukee
Johnson,
ball,
yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
see.
they're going to say he picked it up and went. I was going to
back.
say. Oh, yeah, he picked it up.
He had his knee down when he picked it up. So.
Oh, that's a big turnover.
Well, then it was 1st and 10 at the 31 for Sioux City North. Then you flip it around. Now it's 1st and 10 for Waukee at the 31.
Cameron Johnston's been huge tonight. There he's seen high-fiving his teammates, feeling good. He has been huge tonight on defense. Nice play, and that one just bounced off DeMarco Young's helmet. And yeah, a couple mistakes here late costing Sioux City North here.
So bunch formation right for Waukee. And Baker hands it off, inside handoff, looking to turn the corner. And
good pursuit. Luke Saldati again. Good pursuit on that far side.
Saldati, number 3, and number 5, Kyle, combine on the
Kyle also in there. Good pickup, though, of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 yards on first down. Not bad.
As long as you do not give up a touchdown here, if you're the Stars, anything's a win. I mean,
Yeah.
even a field goal, you'll take it.
Yeah, you can keep it within 6 points with a field goal. Hand off right up the middle. Eddie, no, he kept it. And Baker keeps it.
It's been close, about 2 yards short.
Just short of the
Baker
first down.
will pull it out and keep it himself.
It's going to be 3rd and 2. Playbook's wide open here.
3rd down and 1.
Because this, in my opinion, could be 4th down territory if you wanted to. So
Yeah,
if I'm Baker, take a shot.
Because they haven't shown the ability to go the full length of the field, so you.
If I'm Baker, I'd take a shot to the end zone here.
He switches the back over to his left. High snap again, pitches it out, and he snowed under. Again, I think that high snap threw off the timing a little bit.
You know, you always hear fan bases complain when it's 2 yards to the marker. Let's pitch it back 3 yards and make them go and get it. That's just kind of one of those play calls that you were hoping to get them off guard, but it's looking like 4 down territory here. Which I don't hate this call, the way your offense has been playing. And it would still push Sioux City North way back in their own territory. Now, this is a good call.
They were probably thinking, too, you know, maybe he'll run it up the middle. So here we go. 4th and 3 at the 24. Handoff, Eddie, looking, turns, cuts it up. He's got the first down and more inside the 15.
That was a great seal on that left side. Everybody did their job. They were able to bunch the formation there. Great job by Waukee blocking for the first down. That's a big first down.
They'll move it back to the 15. So now under 6 minutes to play. Clock still rolling here. Waukee, we talked about it. If they could punch this in, they might seal this one up. Beckett Baker back. High snap again. Hands on.
Baker kept
keeps it himself. Left side. Rolling touchdown. 15 yards out.
He's just a freshman. How about that? That's a beautiful play by Baker. He's going to be one to watch the next couple years. How about this fake?
Yeah, it faked me out. I thought he had it. He put it in his left arm and just.
And the blocking by the left tackle and the left guard set that play up big to push everybody out of the way. Possibly the knockout blow for Waukee here.
15-yarder. Bartachek with the extra point is up and through. And it's 24-14. Waukee up on Sioux City North with 5:21 to play.
Dowling on top of Johnston, 21-19. Will Nuss just threw a 58-yard bomb for a touchdown for the Johnston Dragons. Waukee Northwest up 17-7 over Sioux City East. Sioux City East can't afford to lose many more if they want a playoff spot.
Bartachek tees it up at the 40.
Here's the Waukee kickoff. Taken finally at the 5. He gets one he can return, but it's not Young. Up the right side, good return, spinning, and knocked out of bounds over there.
Well, this is going to have to be a quick drive. 5:12 remaining. Take a look at the kick. Look what happens when you don't muff it. That was Dayton Harrell.
Dayton Harrell, yeah, I was looking for 28. There we go.
Nice return. Yeah, you got to score here. I mean, you can take a field goal here, but you'd love to see a touchdown and then hope to put it on your defense's back.
Yeah, because now you're down 10.
And they're spreading everybody out.
So Dottie jumping up and down and waving. They need another guy in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Only got
7,
9
8,
seconds
9,
on
10.
the play clock.
3.
5, 4, 3. They're going to have to snap it.
They get it off. They throw it out to the right side.
I don't know what that. I think that might have been a broken play, if anything.
Yeah, they get it to Penny, and he gets a yard.
Number 9, Peyton Ivory.
The only
you stop the clock.
Good thing is, he got out of bounds.
But you got a yard, so.
You got a yard. Because that's an issue, too, right now. Trips left, 2 receivers right. They'll wing it out there again. Caught. Oh, good hard hit there.
Great tackle. Lucas Struck. He's having himself a game.
That was Michael Nettleton. It was 7-on-7 there. And Lucas Struck got a little bit better of that one, I think. Because they're bringing Nettleton in as an extra receiver now. Waukee shifts over their coverage on the fly here. 3rd and 6. Send a man in motion. Wing it out to him in the flat. Can he turn the corner? He dives. What a play. Did he get it? I think he did, yes.
Wow.
Diving across the 50 was Dayton Harrell. Man, watch
Superman
this.
dive.
Look at this at the end. Spins the corner and whoa, dove there and got it. Now into Waukee territory. 1st and 10 at the 49. Wing it up the left side, looking for Soldati. A little bit long there. Coverage was good back there.
Number 3, the intended receiver.
That was good
by
zone.
Peyton Betts. Yeah.
Good zone. Better throw by Strobing to go within the zone. And I like the hurry-up look here for Sioux City North.
Clock was stopped on the incompletion, but they caught Waukee jumping.
Well, I mean, when you've been playing quick, that makes sense.
And they know with the empty backfield, he's going to pass, so let's try to get a jump, and you start thinking sacks. Now they're flipping around. They got to run a player off. They get him off in time. There's the snap. Now he's going to take it himself. Strobing, a good thought, but Waukee reacted well to that. That's another thing. When you have all those receivers that are going downfield, sometimes the defense turns and follows them. And
Will tuck it and run.
now under 4 minutes to play. Sioux City North. They need a couple scores here. Dropping back, winging it out. Up, down to the 35, Micah Nettleton.
Waukee's defense just kind of looks out of sorts. I mean, there's Charlie Cross is limping, so he's gonna have to cover this near side. Oh, this is gonna be tough.
Clock stopped on the first down. Now they restart it. Wings it out wide. Is it picked off? It is! Intercepted on the far side.
Caden Ivory, I think.
Ivory. He was one-on-one, and Strobing tried to go for it.
Caden Ivory, number 9, making the defensive play.
How about that athletic play?
Now, why are they bringing it back? Are they saying he didn't come down with it?
I guess they say he dropped it.
I guess he dropped it, so they're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage.
If we get a break there, we might want to look at that replay.
Yeah, see that again. We didn't have time here.
If we get a break.
Up. Inside handoff, looking for room. Waukee is there. Now he cuts it up, but just going nowhere.
Can we take a look at that one again there, Eric?
Yeah, let's see what happened on that. If we can catch it at
Number
the end.
28, Harold on the carry. Struck will spin him down.
Oh, well, we can't see it, so
Can't
yeah,
see
I
it.
assume that was dropped. Yeah, on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like the official on the far side
official
said
judge,
he didn't have
yeah.
control. Clock rolling, now under 3 minutes to play. 3rd and 10.
Look out.
Stobine, he's going to be sacked. He loses the ball, but they'll say he was down back there.
Number 42 records it. Orson Harrop.
Man,
Orson Harrop. Second big tackle for loss tonight for him. And now it is a last gasp effort for Sioux City North here on 4th and long.
4th and 18. Trips right, 2 left.
More confusion on Waukee's defense.
Yeah, they've been moving guys in and out, trying to cover here. They throw it to the short guy over, and he's not even going to get close to the first down. That's. I thought them just back up and wing it downfield, you know, but.
Great defense by Waukee on that whole drive. They were running everywhere.
They were looked a little out of sorts. They were moving around, but then knowing that they got a pass, then they just brought it up the middle there and got that sack. That was key. So turnover on downs. The offense will come back out. I'm thinking maybe you'll see a steady amount of handoffs here to DeMarco Young. Or excuse me, to Kyle Eddy. With 2:22 to go. Yeah, nope, he's going to keep it. Keep it on the ground anyway. North has 3 timeouts.
Goddy and Kyle make the tackle.
Going to use one.
Yep, there's the first one. Is it no gain, 2nd and 10.
He's got a timeout on the field.
So, well, now you got to hope maybe you can force a fumble or turnover here.
And we've seen that with the high snaps have been something of that. So,
and Waukee probably on the sideline. You see Sioux City North sideline there. They're kind of talking over, but for Waukee, they're probably going to talk about that. Let's get that snap and hand it off, and let's not try any of the inside stuff there. And 27-24, Ankeny over Valley with, what is that,
6:18
18 to go in the 4th quarter. So there is a tight ball game.
That's not going to be a pretty win for Ankeny if they win that.
Well, the coaches will tell you it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Here's a handoff to Eddy. He goes right up the middle. And North will call another timeout as he got a couple yards, so to bring up
Dowling on top of Johnson, 28-19.
So a little bit of distance there, but let's, you want to take a break or do we want to keep it here? Take a break? Let's take a break. We'll do that here on CISN.TV.
Off to college. Oh, rats.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB.
Back to action here. Waukee, minute 59 to play, trying to close this one out against Sioux City North. North has called 2 timeouts. They have 1 left here, trying to force a punt. There's a handoff, and he's going to dive. It'll be short. So we'll see him use that final timeout.
Well, so you get the ball back, minute 52, score, field goal, or score, onside kick. It's not impossible.
No, you still got some time. You don't have any timeouts left, but
a couple of other updates. Des Moines Roosevelt on top of Des Moines North, 28-22. That game is for the Des Moines Public Schools Championship. And Davenport West, who is 5-0 out west, currently, or out east, is up 15-10 over Dubuque Senior. And they just cracked the top 10 this past week.
So here's the Waukee huddle. Now there's the Sioux City North Stars huddle. And fourth and 3. You wouldn't want to fake it here at all because that gives them.
No. I mean, you could.
You could.
As an Iowa fan, Wisconsin did this to Iowa back in 2010.
Yeah.
Sucked the life out of the whole Iowa crowd.
that-
That was the first ever Iowa game I ever attended. I cried on the way back home. It's a tough game. Waukee's schedule going forward. They go to Lincoln, Council Bluffs, Lincoln next week. Urbandale and Dowling to end the year. It does not get easy for the Warriors. But tonight could be a very big win, much needed win on homecoming.
So here we go. Beckett Baker, or excuse me, no, they're punting here. Back to the punter. Hurlbert caught in the air, but immediately pulled down. On the return was Dayton Harrell.
Well, if you're going to go back to what your offense did, you just got to go quick.
Well, if you're going to run that quick, go quick, and then try to throw it down the field with all those receivers.
Yeah.
It seems like Strobing is mobile enough, too, that if you lineman can hold out the defense just a little bit, he's got a bit of a chance back there. I'm impressed with Baker at quarterback.
I have.
He hit.
His only mistake was that intentional grounding, honestly. I mean, that
and then,
was really,
he had the fumble, but that was a high snap,
Yeah.
and that was one of those things. But, otherwise he makes pretty good decisions. There's the snap. They look out. Now they throw it down the sideline, just over.
Easy
Lucas
PI.
Penny.
Charlie Cross held Penny the entire way.
Yep, and there's the penalty down.
3:15. Penny had him beat, too.
Well, they went like they were going to throw it in the flat like they've done a couple other times, and then they went and
That's a good call.
Threw the go route out there.
That is a huge penalty. Yeah, Sioux City North thought for a second they were in the NFL and that the flag was going to be 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
Nope. They're going to back them up even more.
Yeah, that's the only thing in high school. You don't get the
which I like that.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Still get a couple extra yards.
Now the quick out. Oh, that was almost picked off. Laying there on the ground.
Charlie Cross almost had some redemption there for a second.
Soldati, the intended receiver.
But they were good thought. Get it out to the edge and get out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 10. 1:36 to play. North trying to battle to the end here. Across the middle, got a man, but it's gonna.
Oh, it was picked.
Was it picked? On the rebound, it was picked.
Charlie Cross. Oh, what a catch.
It was Nettleson went into defensive mode and knocked it back, and then it was picked off again. See here, going out, he bumps it out of there, but he drives in there and picks it off.
Happy homecoming, Waukee. What a game. You can just knee this thing out.
Yeah,
this is a big win. Big win for Waukee. A lot of momentum as they go toward a tough end of the year. Sioux City North is no slouch. They are a good team, but Waukee just really good defensively here tonight. They're going to do the best formation in football.
Victory formation now for Waukee. As Sioux City North used all their timeouts. You get the ball back, so clock will roll. And the officials of these kind of things are always a little more judicious in letting the clock roll a little more, knowing that it's going to be done. So, as you said, a big homecoming win here for Waukee. They'll go to 2-4 on the season. Have at Council Bluffs and Lincoln.
And do it in front of fans that have been so loyal all season long.
Yeah.
I mean, they're packed out. They're 1-4. It doesn't matter. The Waukee fans show out all the time, and that's a good win for Coach Baker and his team.
Once again, Baker goes to a knee.
And
for Sioux City North,
I mean, they played a good game.
Good.
They just know?
Yeah, I think, this is a tough out to come to this area, to come on a true road game.
First road game on homecoming to face a big crowd.
I think they're going to be just fine.
Yeah. At least got some skilled players out there we've seen tonight. And
that'll do it.
Here they're going to line up for the handshake. And homecoming win's always a little bit sweeter as ready to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap up this ball game here on CISN.TV.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Back here at Waukee, the Warriors celebrating a homecoming victory here tonight. 24-14 over Sioux City North. Let's go back over the scoring quickly here. Dar Danielson, Blake Walker with you. A 36-yard field goal opened things up with 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Then an Eddie 3-yard run with 10:43 to go. Made it Waukee 10-0. Then Sioux City North, 2 straight touchdowns. Kyle's 6-yard run with 6:17 to go made it 10-7. Then a Young 1-yard run with no time remaining at the end of the half, and that made it 14-10 Sioux City North into the locker room with a 14-10 halftime lead. Then with 7:16 to go in the third quarter, it was a pass to Andrews, 11 yards out. PAT was good, and that made it 17-10. Then finally Baker with the 5-yard run with 5:21 to go in the fourth quarter sealed the deal for the Warriors here, and they win 24-14. Well, a win, but a lot of things Waukee coaches are going to talk about cleaning up the penalties and those kind of things. And, I had to take a couple timeouts. It didn't quite know what they were running at times, so a lot to work on, but it's always better to work on those things when you get the win, isn't it?
I think it is. These guys will enjoy a good homecoming dance tomorrow night, and then they'll go back and get in the film room on Sunday and, look over a couple things. Yeah, they had a couple mistakes, but overall pretty impressed by what I saw from Waukee tonight. Finally, we were wondering when they were going to put together all the pieces. They've shown flashes of being a very talented team. Tonight they put that together. Really impressed with their defense. I think that was the biggest thing. Giving up 10 last week to Johnston, who just is hanging tough with Dowling here tonight. And then, giving up 14 here. A lot to be proud of for Waukee. Good team looking forward. Schedule gets tough. Sioux City North, tough loss. Get back home, reset. Coach Moore and his team have a really good offense.
But a good showing on the road. They were in it right till that last drive when, so, yeah, a good showing by them. Well, thanks to all the crew, Rachel, Peter, Eric tonight helping us out. And that's going to wrap it up. Check our schedule coming up on our social media for our games coming up next week. And that'll wrap it up here. A homecoming win for Waukee, 24-14 on CISN.TV.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
I'm off to college. rats.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that "oh rats" moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at BBB.org.